One level have changed. The little piece of the Liberian gospel musician. Yeah, on this track, she called this One Level have changed. Happy Sunday there to you all. Yeah, as we are with the rest of our panelists to come on so that we can begin our Sunday broadcast, we want to take this time to welcome you all. Share the broadcast, people. Whatsoever you find yourself in is one word. Please share the Diaspora Talk because we are here talking issues about our country, Liberia. Yeah, gospel musician. She's called Little Piso, from the ghetto to the church horse. Yeah, she called it One Level have changed. So let's play more beautiful Liberian music, and trust me, right after that,
hallelujah. We are here to give Jehovah praise. Hallelujah, Jesus is your name. Jehovah Sakadu, come and do the hour. Everlasting Yahweh, come and do the hour. The God that never fails, come and do the hour. The God that never change, come and do what you say. Oh, the saints of it. Yahweh, come and do your work. Yahweh, come and do your work. Come and do your work. Come and do your work. Come and do your work.
yeah, Jehovah talking dude. That's how she called this track. Yeah, beautiful Liberian gospel music on this Sunday morning in the US of A, Sunday evening in South Korea, and Sunday afternoon in Liberia. Share the broadcast, people. Be a part of our discussion tonight because it's going to be fascinating as always.
The land of his friend, God is silent, trust in you. You open the pressing gate. Jehovah Jireh, my trust is in you. Jehovah Nissi, my covenant is in you. You are not a man that you should lie. You are not a man that you should change your word. Whatsoever you say is what you can do. My Yahweh, come and do your work. 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 Do your work. Yahweh, do your work. Do your work. Jehovah, do your work. Do your work.
Yeah, come and do your work, Jehovah Jireh. Trust me, tonight it's going to be politically charged because we have to joke tonight. We have to discuss issues affecting our country, Liberia. So please share the broadcast if you're just joining us. Share the broadcast to all of your friends and be a part of our discussion tonight.
Jehovah, come and do it again. I want you to believe my God can do it. I want you to know that my God is able. There is no condition that is before him. There is no situation that God cannot do. He is able. He is worthy. He said beyond the God of a place. There is nothing that is too hard for Jehovah God. Yahweh, come and do what you say. The God of the 11 hours, come and do what you say. Pastor Luma Clipper, come and do it again. Pastor Sumatavio, come and do it again. You are able to set the captive free. You are able to deliver them from the ghetto. You are able to get the bar in your children. Come and do it for the orphanage.
Yeah, glory be to the Most High God for allowing us to see this wonderful, wonderful day. Today is Sunday, the 21st day in the month of August 2022. Yeah, Yeah, Jehovah Jireh, come and do your work. Yeah, she's called him. Yeah, the talk and do Papa go. The talk and do Jesus. Come and do your work. Right after this music, we'll play our live music. And right after that, live in our broadcast tonight. Yeah, no time to waste. We're discussing issues affecting our country, Liberia. What's unfolding there in the country. We will always bring it on the table to the Liberian people so that you can be able to understand what's unfolding there in the country, Liberia. Yeah, only you can do it, Papa God. Exactly only you. Please share the broadcast if you just joining us. Yeah, Kojolobo gonna lead us live in our discussion tonight. Yeah, please share the broadcast if you just joining us whatsoever in east, north, west of the globe, south. Eric Jesus, he called this one Kojolobo. Yeah, this is one of my favorite Liberian music. Yeah, 2022. Yeah, Moba Yambi, Moba Yongba, here from China. Welcome to the Diaspora Talk, my brother. Liberia's greatest designer there in Beijing, China. Yeah, if you want to print out Jesse, t-shirt, programs, contact the man Moba Yongba. He there in China. Or you can contact the Diaspora Talk. We'll link you up with him. One shot for you. Share the broadcast, my people. Let's make this happen tonight. Tonight is a wonderful, wonderful night. Discussing Mama Liberia. Right after this music, trust me, live into our broadcast. No time to waste because we're burning daylight. She not looking for love. She not looking for love. Every one of us know what is Kojolobo. She want the root. Yeah, when we were much younger, man, trust me, Kojolobo was a medicine we were always afraid to take. But trust me, whenever you take the Kojolobo, you're good, man. Any kind of sickness in your body be gone away. Kojolobo, Eric Jesus. Yeah, if you want to print out t-shirt, Jesse, or any other, digital work, contact the man Moba Yongba. Moba Yongba. I don't know if I'm pronouncing the name right for you. Yeah, you contact him. He's there in Beijing, China. He can make that happen to you. Very affordable, reasonable. Or you can also contact the Diaspora Talk. We will link you up with him. Yeah, Kojolobo taking off into our live discussion tonight. There you go, people. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Whatsoever you find yourself in is one word. We want to take this time to welcome every one of you to the Diaspora Talk. The Diaspora Talk, we are here to discuss issues concerning our country, Liberia. And there is something that I want you guys to remember, that the Diaspora Talk, we are not here for a specific political party, or we are not here for a specific individual, but we are here for Liberians in totality. So we discuss the issues, and trust me, we also discuss personality, because it is personality that brings about the issues. So that's why we are here for. We are not biased, but we are here to balance everything that's unfolding there in our country and also surrounding our country, Liberia. So today is Sunday. Today is the 21st of the month of August 2022. Trust me, we got less than 3 more months to
So
go.
today is Sunday. Today is the 21st of the month of
Because we got a few more days to complete the month of August. Gabriel, welcome to the show. You have to hold your monitor a little bit because there's a lot of feedback coming in.
Okay. Hello.
Yeah, you can have it muted. I'm still getting the sound, brother. Okay, I think it's better. Okay, you are muted yourself. So make sure you get all the sound set up so that when you come on, we cannot get feedback. So, like I said, let me just make this short intro for my own brother and friend there in China. He's called Moba or Yongba. Moba Yongba is one of the latest, greatest designer. If you want to print a jersey, you want to print a T-shirt or any kind of digital work, you want to do, just contact Moba. It's MulbahYombah. It's there in Beijing, China. Or you can contact the Diaspora Talk. We'll also link it out there with him. If you want to print out all of the documents and things, all of the T-shirts or souvenirs or what have you, jersey for your team or for your community, for your organization, contact him. Very affordable and reasonable. Moba Yongba. He's right there in China. Trust me, this guy, I have tested him, and that's why I'm telling you that he's very much reliable. So, with no time to waste, we're going to go right away into our discussion tonight. It's going to be like a fire tonight. Trust me. We are here. We're going to discuss the issues and just the issues. So, whatsoever you find yourself, the best you can do for us is share the broadcast, invite your friends, and let your friend also invite their friends so we can make the discussion a very fruitful one tonight. Because I'm seeing all of my guys well set up, well seated. Our moderator for the day, the man Catman Fagano, and we got Gabriel well seated and studio also. Yeah, this thing is getting very serious. So, gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Thank you, CEO. Thank you so much, and thank you for keeping it until we come on. Thank you so much. I think welcome to the 21st edition. Today is August 21st, and like you stated, very soon we'll be in December, and the year will be climaxing, and we'll be thinking about election. So, welcome to the show again, once again.
Yeah, Fangalo, you are here twice, brother. So I don't know which one are we going to take.
Yeah, I'm trying to how you call it? I got some little issue with my network here. I'm trying to put it together. I'll be 1 second. Let me adjust, please.
Yeah, but you are perfect right now, brother. You good to go.
The
That's
audio
good.
on my side is not clear. I'm not getting you kind of low. Know what I'm saying?
But you are loud and clear from our end here. So anyway, make
I
it.
do understand, but I have glitches on my side, like feedback from you.
Okay. So Gabriel, can you also check our YouTube channel to see as to whether we are live there? Because to our audience, you can also, excuse me, you can also check us up on YouTube. We are there, Diaspora Talk. We are there live on YouTube. So Gabriel, can you check on our YouTube channel to see as to whether we are also live there? Because we are streaming both on Facebook Live and YouTube Live.
Okay, let me try to check. So just keep it going as I check.
I check 1, 2.
Gentlemen, I think one of you guys have one of you guys have to lower your monitor a little bit, please, gentlemen. There's a little sound. Gabriel, I think it is you. You can just have your monitor muted. Then you can just monitor the messages. I think that'll be better,
My
Gabriel.
monitor, my monitor, all my monitors are muted. I'm listening through my PC. I'm viewing on the show through my
Yeah,
PC. I
but
don't know
you have
what's.
to check. You have to check how many windows you have open on your PC because I don't know where the sound is coming from, Gabriel. I'm still hearing the sound.
Oh,
It's not for me.
okay, let me
Your,
mute and see whether you will still hear the sound. Let me mute.
no, when you mute, I don't hear anything. When you mute, I don't hear you and I don't hear anything. So it is from your end, Gabriel, because I have all of my phones here are on. They are all muted. All of my phone I have here is all muted. Yeah, all of my phone here are muted, Gabriel. I think you can see it's all muted. And my device here, I just have our platform page open on my monitor. So I think the little sound is coming there from you. So as we are with the rest of our panelists to get well connected, Gabriel, our moderator, but let me just keep the ball rolling. We're going to be talking about what happening in Liberia. And there's a big question that I have to ask us all tonight, both the audience and, we on here. Because for me, I just let it hit the nail directly. I haven't let it waste no time, as a carpenter. Once you put a nail there, straight have to knock the hammer on it. Not to wait. Fangala, are you good now? Siata T 1000. Welcome, my sister. Welcome to the Diaspora Talk. You're one of our regular
Say
followers.
something?
Yeah, Katman, I'm hearing you. Are you hearing me, brother?
Oh, no.
I mean, Katman, you see, that's a problem there, my man. Check your monitor. Can you use your laptop a little bit? Because I'm hearing you clearly, Katman, but I don't know you're not hearing me. I'm hearing you very loud and clear. Like I was saying, to our sister Siata there, welcome. You one of our regular followers on the platform. We want to take this time to, recognize you. My sister Mercy Tutu, bro, welcome to the show tonight. Tonight, trust me, it's going to be like a fire. And I like the way you support, your political party, that's the CDC. But, there's a lot of crazy thing going on right now in the country, and that's what we have to talk about. Our whole discussion tonight is going to be centered around the sanction have been placed on the 3 individuals. And my
Hello,
question,
CEO. Am I okay? Are you still
Gabriel,
getting it?
no, you are good right now. You are good to go. Yeah, Gabriel, you know what happened to you? Can you restart your system? And if you have a phone, but make sure your monitor you have is on mute. It's muted. Because if you just lower the volume, there will still be sound coming up. But when you have it muted, then that's good.
Okay. Let me try to use my phone rather than the PC now.
No, or you just restart your PC. That will be fine. Just restart your PC because the PC will be better also too. But you can do your best. That'll be fun. So let's keep the ball rolling, gentlemen. It's good that we have our sister Tutu bro. Welcome, my sister. Good morning there from Minnesota. How you doing?
I'm doing good, and you?
I'm doing pretty much better. Yeah, I hope you're not feeling somehow discouraged about sanction being placed on the government officials, because I can see from your facial, expression.
Feeling discouraged or what? You woke me up early this morning around 4 a.m. and I didn't even end my sleep. Discouraged about what?
Yeah, you look somehow disturbed about what's happening.
No, I'm not. I'm always motivated. I'm not. I'm strong.
Yeah, it is true. You can also be disturbed and also, try to be a little bit motivated. But I can still tell from your facial expression. But it is good that you voice out that you are somehow motivated. So that means that, holding on factor constant, you are still good. Yeah, Catman, are you there now, my brother? I want to take charge now.
Yeah, how you say?
What you do for me is just I'm trying to get the point of discussion, but my system refused to multitask. So can you just read the point of discussion? We can go from there, please, from your end.
Okay, because you are loud and clear. Okay, to our audience that are following us, let me take this time firstly, to salute every one of you guys. Thank you for being a part of the Diaspora Talk. Every time we come on, every Sunday, as you guys know, that's our regular schedule. We appreciate you all being on here, Siata and the rest of the crew just joining, and those who following. Because there are some people too who are Nicodemously watching us, but no problem. We understand, all of that. Thank you for being part of the Diaspora Talk. What we are discussing tonight is about the 3 government officials who have been sanctioned. That is exactly what we are discussing tonight. But let me just read out, the little note our brother who is moderating tonight posted. Yeah, let me just read it out. Okay, I mean, what's wrong with Tima? I see Tima showing thumbs up. What's going on? Okay, listen up, to our audience. This is what we're discussing tonight. As we all know, the action of the United States government on some corrupt officials of the CDC-led government by George Weah is trending currently in the Liberian media. Our questions are, or our points of discussion, going to be like this. Is there a reason why these key figures of government were top 3 on the list? Because there are more guys we understand that are into corruption. But why is it that just the 3 guys have been listed? Even though we're all hearing that there are other lists that are going to come out very shortly. And but why these 3? Why these first 3? So that's a question there to you, our audience, and we ourselves on here. We're going to talk tonight. And then the second issue is this, will CDC survive the coming election with such action by Uncle Sam? We all understand Uncle Sam is the US of A. With what they have done recently, I mean, what do you think come the 2023 election? What change does CDC have come 2023? And then there's a tail one also too for us all. Is this? Will we see the reoccurrence of you came on man, you came on pa, book, because we don't understand during Taylor time was you came on man, you came on pa, I'll vote for you. Joshua time was book, I know book, I will still vote for you. Then now we're hearing some music also too from some unscrupulous being. I'll call it that way because because with the statement being made by just few youth, I don't want to take them 100% into consideration. But that's what I was saying. You post censure or you post censure, I will vote for you. So now it is like this. What do we make out of these statements? You steal our money, and enrich yourself, we will vote for you and keep us hungry. So these are the questions, or these are the phrases that we are going to analyze tonight for ourselves. So it is open to our audience. All you have to do, just bear patient, or as we dive into this conversation, we will give you all the time where you will be able to participate through calls or through your text messages. We're going to read it out, or through your calls. We're going to taking your calls so that you can participate on the show. So, Catherine, are we good to go?
Yeah, so far we're good to go. Appreciate that. See you. Good morning, good evening to our listening audience out there. This is the Diaspora Talk, where we discuss trending issues and tough political issues surrounding our country, Liberia. And once again, good morning from my end, and good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are again. This morning, like my CEO said down there, that we'll be discussing the issues surrounding the sanctions on the Liberian, not the Liberian government, but certain officials within the Liberian government, to be exact. What do we stand, most especially when it comes to such allegations leveled against key officials, cabinet officials for the CDC-led government by George Manawia? Will they survive the situation? What's going on with the coming election? What's the reason? First of all, let's tackle it little by little. We cannot just run all over the place. First thing first, is there a reason why these guys were tackled, or these guys were top of the list, to be exact? Like McGill, CPOS, and the other dude from the Port Authority. Is there a reason? Let's start with Massacre. Massacre, can you kind of welcome, first of all, my fellow panelists? Sorry for that. Gabriel.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Fangalo, and I would like to welcome all of our ardent listeners and followers to the Diaspora Talk. Just let me know whether I'm audible from my end.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay, thank you so much, brother. So let me just start by saying, I think the mission and vision of the United States government is to rescue Liberia from Liberians.
1 minute, Gabriel. Sorry for interrupting you, man. T-Max, I think your camera is off. It's not on. So check it. Okay, perfect. Sorry, Gabriel, for interrupting you. Go ahead.
Yeah. Like I stated, I said the mission and vision of the American government is to rescue Liberia from Liberians. And Mr. Moderator, I want you to listen to me intently and as I speak, because I'm choosing my word distinctly. I said The mission and vision of the United States government is to rescue Liberia from Liberians. And if you try to rescue something from another person, it means that that person is not in a better place to actually take care of that property or assets. So you have to rescue it in order to give it a life. So I can tell you, we Liberians don't love Liberia. The blatant disregard for law. I mean, President, Madam Ellie Johnson, let's start from Madam Ellie Johnson said, I think it would be unfair to just jump to President Weah. Madam Ellie Johnson said, if government, I mean, we could see that almost $50 million was stolen from the car. And what she did, she said she took responsibility and nothing happened. George Weah came, he did not audit Madam Ellen Johnson said the government. In fact, he gave her something, I don't know, 80 or something percent as performance or appraisal report. And he himself did not audit, the UP-led government for all the corruption and mismanagement during the maladministration of Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Then he got indicted in January 22nd. That's on January 22nd, 2018. Right after that, the first era started. I mean, they never started this. Declaring their assets. We saw government officials. The president did not fully declare his assets, and his government officials, his able ministers reneged on declaring their assets. Before we look, we saw people building houses. The president started building houses. It's not a bad thing for him to build houses, but the building of the houses coincided with the $16 billion. The $16 billion that got missing at the Freeport. And and that draws to the conclusion that President Weah was corrupt.
But
And I'm
uh,
coming 1 minute.
all
It
right.
brought to the conclusion that President Weah was corrupt and his able ministers were also corrupt. We could see from Nathaniel, let's say from this guy from Founder Ministry or the mop up exercise. That money was just given to unknown people that just random people in the street. So with all this blatant disregard for law, the American government has to come in order to. Let me tell you something. The aim of the American government is to disempower, disable, and handicap this particular government for a better security. Because if you don't do that, these people will continue doing it. I think they have to just step in to disempower or dismantle this particular CDC government that even in the election, they will not even have the fit to run. Because we can see all what is going on. We
No,
can
but
see what is going on.
Mr. Masikwe, let me just inject something right there after your when you completed your little premise you laid with reference to the CDC-led government by George Weah, right? You think I'm going to play the devil's advocate right now? You think Liberians are not capable enough of coming up and saying, "Oh, look, you guys are stealing, you guys are doing this," but we have to wait for the United States government to come and say it?
Well, let me tell you something. Librarians have been speaking, but the CDC government, the CDC government have been living in denial. One of the mistakes the CDC government actually did was to start labeling people. When they got into power, we saw the arrogance. They started labeling people as hate position, frustrated position. Even when you tell them that this is not the way to govern, you have to be careful. They say hate position, 12-year rolling. They dismiss almost everything that people said. People have been complaining. People have been complaining about the corruption that the same corruption that that got Nathaniel McGill I got Nathaniel McGill or sanctioned today. Look at the man. Look at where he buried his mother. Peace be to her ashes. Look at where he buried his mother. When people spoke against it, you know what they said? They said, "You people are speaking from hate. You people don't just love the man."
Okay,
Are you
my
getting?
brother.
So people have been speaking. People have been protesting. Look at June 7 protest. People protested, and what happened? They splashed hot water on the people. Look at January 6. People protested, and these days people are growing silent a little bit because they didn't say I care for their life. We see how mysteriously people are dying. People who are standing advocates have been chased. Some of them have to pass, through the Cerro Bola, like Henry Costa, and other people have been, secretly killed. So people have been speaking. It's just that the CDC government is so dismissive and segregative. They don't listen to other people.
They don't believe in the diversification of knowledge. That to say, I mean, even though you are my enemy, but let me listen to you. There's something. Let's say, even though you are my political opponent, but something good can come from you. They don't believe that. As long as you are a political opponent, they see you as an enemy. So that's somebody are paid for. You see?
Thank you,
So
Mr. Mazikwe.
thank you.
With no further delay, with our female in the house. Sorry, we usually say ladies and gentlemen, but this time around I started with the men. Ms. Mercy, good morning. How's Minnesota weather this morning?
It's cold.
I feel you guys are the first to receive the weather when it's coming in winter. But looking at this entire situation, Mr. George Mann, we called in his how you call it, his inaugural speech, if I may say, that he said he was coming down for the coming there for the common people and coming there to be a change for the good. But it seemed to be like instead of being Congress for Democratic Change or Coalition for Democratic Change, we have coalition of documented criminals based on what we have right now. So it's no longer CDC. Now, with what he said during his speech, that he was coming to fight corruption, and we figure out that they are being highlighted as one of the most corrupt establishment right now in the Liberian history. What's your take on that?
Thank you, Fangalo. First of all, I'm going to let the Liberian people know. For me, I am a realist. I don't hide when something goes wrong. I hit the gavel on the nail when it is wrong. I do not have any evidence of those people being criminals. They were alleged, they were sanctioned, and they are pending investigation. Until proven guilty, they can be penalized. But for now, I'm not going to speak against those people. America means well for everybody. Whether well, whether bad. Every Liberian wants to see Liberia prosper. Every Liberian wants to see Liberia shine. I remember the inaugural speech George Weah said he came for the poor. And indeed he is. He's doing what he's supposed to be doing for the poor people. Even before President Weah coming into power, all the presidents that came, they were never good. Liberians never praised them. They never sang glory to their names. So it won't be President Weah's time.
You might have only one getting low feedback. It seems to be my speaker got some issue. I'm trying to.
No. Me too. I'm getting that feedback. That feedback is coming from Gabriel. I don't know what's wrong with Gabriel's system today.
Okay.
Gabriel, just mute yourself. If it is time for you to talk, then you can go ahead. Gabriel, please. Just have yourself muted, please. So go ahead. Madam Brown, go
As
ahead.
I was saying, I'm going to start over.
Oh, Timazia? Okay.
Why are you laughing at me?
I am a mother.
I am a Liberian, and I am a realist. I'm going to protect my character at all times. When my son steals, I'm going to whip him and tell him not to steal because stealing is not good. So I'm saying here this morning, those that were alleged by the U.S. government, I don't have evidence to come to the world to tell the Liberian people that, yes, indeed, they stole. Until after the investigation, when they are charged, that's when Mercy will come here to open her mouth and talk. But for now, I'm going to leave it hanging until after the investigation.
Okay. Mercy.
One, hold on. I'm not going to condone any corrupt government official. Because if someone is in the government that is corrupt, they are charged to court and proven guilty, I'm not going to be on that side of the person because I have my family. I am a Liberian. I have Liberian children, futures to protect. I want to get that part clear. Secondly, the election that is coming has nothing to do with this. I'm telling the Liberian people today, George, we are going to win the second round of election.
Okay, man. Thank you. Let me know. I'm coming 1 second.
Hold on, let me end this phrase. George, we are going to win the election. The CDC-led government going to win the election. I want the Liberian people to see my face and hear me well. Those that were alleged Because of them, CDC won't fall. Because the law will take its course. When they are proven guilty, they will be penalized. It has nothing to do with the election. I hate corruption. I hate corrupt people. Let me get it right here before we proceed. If my girl is guilty, he's going to be penalized.
Okay, man.
Cephas is guilty, the same thing. Bill 12, the same thing. It has nothing to do with the election. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much for that clarity, Miss Bro. But something I really want to understand is that although we do understand it's allegation, but on the other side, we know that first, let me deal with Mr. McGill first, who is the head of the president's office as Minister of State. This young man, he never hailed from a money family. He didn't come from a money family. He's one of the key figures of the CDC-led government. He's within the president's office. And this young man, his account, we all know that one of his accounts that was brought to the public had $4 million sitting there. What is his pay structure that he's having $4 million and we saying an allegation? What more do we want to see? We want to see a plaque on the wall before we know that it's stealing?
Okay, thank you for that question. I'm saying it again. McGill, they allegedly said they froze his account with $4 million.
No, it's not an allegation. The account is not an allegation.
Okay. That money in the account was frozen for McGill's. He have no access to that money anymore. That money going to be used for the Liberian people. If that money is alive, is present, it will be turned over to the Liberian government to be used for the Liberian people.
Thank you. Thanks for your clarity down there, man. With no much interruption, Mr. Masikwe, welcome. Good morning. How's Iowa this morning? Mr. Masikwe, good morning. Abraham Masikwe?
It's frozen. We can't even get it.
Okay. We'll flip the chapter. Let's go to the CEO. CEO, with Nathaniel McGill coming up and saying that I steal your money, I pay horse here, I'm taking it to Europe, I'm taking it to America to pay horse. Do we need extra, or how you call it?
Clarity to
hello?
Is that what McGill said?
Well, it's on records. It's on records. We got Facebook recording. We got live recording when we went to Bon County and said it. He said, "Other puts your money carry it, but my own still a big horse right here." And how you call this thing? A big horse right. So I got my children car. I need to make Bon County fun. He said it openly. So if the horse don't say it's true and buy you? So based on that, I'm asking the CEO right now, how do you take the issue against him to the act as an allegation that is not proven?
Thank you, the Fangaro. Am I loud and clear? Am I audible enough to you guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. I mean, T-Max, I think T-Max need to smile a little bit for the internet to be a little bit still.
I mean, you know, I'll be on that mess. I'll leave the man alone.
Yeah. T-Max looking cute at that yelling.
Yeah, T-Max, I know you got to smile a little bit, bro. Then the internet will fix it. You see, say I talk about the internet shaking. So, thank you for that beautiful question. You know, my brother, a hint or a wise is quite sufficient. You know, like the old people can normally say, they tell the child to poop on the parking lot, but the child can say no. They won't pause the parking lot and see what they is available. That's how my girl. You know, we should all understand America today. It is good that you guys there live in the US of A. We know that America do make mistakes sometimes, but America don't make mistakes with findings. They don't make mistakes with investigations, because investigations are not carried on just by a single individual. Investigations are always carried on by, groups of individuals from different departments or different, areas and what have you. The United States Treasury Department were recently in Liberia representatives. to carry on findings about what's happening in Liberia. You know, it baffles me a lot to see our sister Tiffany, a criminal, is now unsanctioned by the U.S. government. So why didn't we say that America was wrong when Edwin Snow was unsanctioned? Why didn't we say that, you know, Bernard Ewing had to go through investigation when he was being unsanctioned by the U.S. of A? Why didn't we say the same thing with Charles Ganga Taylor? Oh, because today it is CDC government and it is Nathaniel McGay, then we want to say he has to go through investigation. You think America is a stupid country? No. And the United States Treasury Department, these people are not just an individual. No, they are not individuals. These people work very hard to come up with, you know, findings on individuals around the world and sanction them. Nathaniel McGay is a criminal. That's the reason right now you see Samuel Twerk cannot affiliate himself with him. Since Nathaniel McGay was being sanctioned, Samuel Twerk had never visited. He needed having called him. Since Nathaniel McGay was sanctioned, his house used to be like a playground or a party ground for people, but now it all look like a ghost town. People don't go there anymore. You listen to a minister of state for presidential affairs trying to justify about money being stolen, about, yeah, at least, you know, I listened to the guy say, but the guy saw his own sanction coming. Talking about, if you guys want to put that video, we'll put a video on here. We have a copy of that.
Can you please roll that video for the benefit that so our sister can see it?
Okay.
Yeah, we can play the video during our break.
Can you listen to me?
Don't interrupt me. You are very
listen at 1 minute.
No.
Tutu, just enter 1 second. You come in. Tutu. Tutu.
I can give you my time.
No. He never interrupted you. Calm down. Let him land.
I was very quiet when you were talking. I did not say anything. So allow me to learn. During our break time, I can find the video and play it up here, you know. The man said clearly, you know, the other people, you know, go to other countries, spend the money, build houses and what have you. But I mean, then listen to the crazy in the mentor. Even though I was building, I want to die, I will carry it. I listened to the man making that kind of thing. I said, are you killing me? So it was like he already said he saw his death trap. So the statement he made was very reckless. Even if you are stealing from the Liberian people, when you come here and meet them, but you know, sometimes when God moving from behind you, you can expose yourself, you know, to be arrested. That's what happened. He exposed himself. So the thing is, we should all understand that Nathaniel McGay being placed on sanction, we should not sympathize or empathize with him. The man is a criminal. And what we expect now from the Liberian government, that he should be beyond bars, seizing all of the properties in there in Liberia. How do you think the U.S. government will seize his wife, you know, green card, and then you still saying that he have to go through investigation? Can he go to court with the U.S. government? The Treasury Department, he think it is President Biden. The Treasury Department is not President Biden, no. So these are individuals, credible individuals that carry on a long-time work. So we should take it seriously, and we should not sugarcoat this thing because we are affiliated with the political party. So we see that, oh yes, and you know, we should say that, we should say that.
Now, hello.
Can I come in 1 minute?
Okay, go ahead. Come in with a point. I gotta go to the next person.
Okay. Let me just 1 minute. Just 1 minute of your time. Before I started talking, I said something 2-3 times. I wanted to make the audience to understand what I was saying. I'm not backing for those 3 people that were sanctioned. I said it and you guys heard me clear. I do not condone corrupt people. I don't like criminals. I said it. When these people are found guilty, let them be penalized. That's what I said from the beginning. I'm not taking side with corruption. I said it and I will say it again. My girl is not my no one. Those people are not my relatives. Even if they were my brothers, I will stand before you guys this morning and say just what I'm saying. So people shouldn't be like going back and forth.
Thanks for your clarity. Thanks for your clarity.
For them.
Thanks for your clarity.
Yeah.
Good morning, Mr. Masekwe, once more. Are you hearing me? Abraham Masekwe? Good morning, Mr. Masekwe.
Yeah,
Are you
you guys
hearing me?
getting me?
What's happening with our
Did you pay your internet bill?
internet?
Did you pay your internet bill?
Yes.
Okay, gentlemen.
No, Bala, I think
Nah.
it's not like
You
I
guys
come to
hearing
myself.
me?
I said it probably
It's my man. You gotta change that phone. I told you that your computer got problems, so make sure you have a purchase one. Not Alibaba, please.
We're hearing you, but you come in broken, bro.
You got it straight?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Since we've been having a lot of rainfall and stuff, yeah, it's just
Okay. Now
Just
you
try
better.
and go off and see. Try and go off.
Okay.
You guys
Well,
getting me?
Yeah, we're hearing you, bro. I think you're much better now.
Man, since we had some rainfall here, and I don't know, the internet just keep tripping. So Monday I better call the company to see what's going on.
okay. Since you back online, Mr. Masterquid, this is the issue discussing here. First of all, the first, I think you came in a little bit late, so let me just go to the first striking point. What do you think was the reason for Uncle Sam striking these top government officials on the sanction list? Can we say something to do? Okay. Okay. Yes. We want to know first thing first. Was there any specific reason you think that these guys are highlighted within the sanction issue on the list? Mr. Masekwe?
Thank you very much, Cadman. Good morning. Yes, are you guys getting me?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes. Yes.
Then Masekwe has to check his internet. I think so.
You guys?
Well,
Your internet is glitching.
Restart your system and come back, brother. We'll we going nowhere.
Yeah. Mr. Moderator, 1 minute, please. Can I just play this audio so
All right,
I'll
let
see
me.
something? Yeah.
I'm not disputing you guys.
Hold on.
You don't need to play it for me. I'm
Hold
not
on. You're not.
disputing it.
No. Hold on, guys.
I said what I said.
Our first break. We're gonna before our first break. We're gonna have that audio play. So just hang tight, CEO. Not now.
You can play the audio for the public. I'm not denying anything. I'm not fighting you guys on anything. I said it. When they are found guilty, let them be penalized. That's what I said.
Thank you. Thank you, Tunu. Stop hijacking, please. Stop hijacking, please. Okay. So now, since Masekwe is restarting stuff, let's get to a point of discussion here. Now, we know that Liberia do not generate no funds for herself right now when it comes to budgeting. Liberia is depending on donor funds around the world. And these donors are watching keenly how the money is being spent. And now we have bunch of individuals misspending the country's the funds that those donors are sending, those helpers, our people we usually beg around, Uncle Sam, the EU, and the world at large. They see people who came from nowhere now worth pretty close to 5, 6, 7, 8 million. Now people wearing $5,000 sneakers to play basketball. People sending their children to Kenya to go to school who never owned a bicycle before to live in Kenya. We have people with burying the parents, the deceased in an air-conditioned Wi-Fi. Where in the world you see those kind of things happening, and you expect the people who send the money to just sit supine there and say, "Oh yes, you guys are doing well"? That makes no sense. That makes no sense. George Weah came and said he was going to be striking down on corrupt issues, but instead, where in the world you have a president who been in power for almost 5 years and never had a press conference with the journalists to ask him and to quiz him on issues that go on in the country? You understand what I'm saying? But you said we have mysterious deaths going around. He's not saying anything. We have people stealing. He's not saying anything. We have people counter protesting other people who do protest or how you call it, who doing peaceful protest, and you have people claiming for his party coming there to counter react their stuff, and he's saying nothing. And now America have come up with these allegations, and we are sitting here saying, most especially our sisters saying that they should be written on billboard before we can say they are criminals. Mr. Masekwe, Back to you. What your take on this situation? Because cannot be giving money to your child misusing it, your child say they need help, and then at the end of the day, they say you will not talk anything. When you talk, they say, oh, why you had to talk?
Thank you so much. Some of these things don't really need forensic audit to really know that these people are broad day criminals. There's something we call left star audit. Left star audit is where the people look at your left star and compare it with that of your income. If your left star does not commensurate with your income, then it means that there's something happening somewhere. Fangalo, you can be making $3,000 US a month, and you are chattering, playing all around here. I mean, you are wearing the best Gucci shirt and you are building skyscrapers all around. Then I would want to know your income stream. Where are you getting all the money from? Where are you getting money from? So the people conduct simple left star audit. Look, after the harmonization, I'm not sure, I don't know his salary, but after the harmonization, because they said there's a pro government, even the senator, the representative, they will not be making 15,000 or 16,000 anymore. They cut it down, they slash everything down. So with that in mind, I'm not sure this man Natalia Magio should be making anything above $7,000 US. So even if he's making $7,000 US, I mean, where is he taking money from to build a Wi-Fi grave for his mother? A Wi-Fi grave, my brother, where you have solar panels there 24/7. Where is he taking money for to extravagantly spend at political jamborees? When he go, he just take money. I mean, he just lavishly spend it. I mean, he giving people loan here and there. Where is he taking all this money?
My brother making America get it for 100,000 here. We break
Yeah,
up.
where is he taking money from to give it to Aja? I know it said yeah, Aja, that that
Yeah,
journalism or
it's the
program.
best
So
subsidies in America because that's
yes,
how.
so people conduct simple lifestyle audit. Even let me tell you something. One of the way in which most of the CIA and other people catch or cyber criminals, they just look at them. People that check Bashir, then you say you are event planner, you are do this. How many events have you had? Then you are going to Dubai doing all these things. Where the money coming from? So these people look at these things. Look at it started with the president. President took over. Look at the kind of homes he built in Baptist Seminary. I mean, look at the kind of multi-million-dollar homes he built in Baptist Seminary. Look at the one he remodified at the 9th Street, that bulletproof area where they stole criminal went and stole television. Eh? So the people conduct simple lifestyle orders. The people are living so extravagantly. Look at Jefferson Kochi. He doesn't wear any normal clothes. He wears, I mean, Gucci's. Are you getting me? So the people are broad day looters. You don't have to sit there and say they should conduct. The people are exposing themselves.
What
The
they
people
said,
look. Let me tell you something.
say
The
it's
people are
47, they
exposing
said it's
themselves. They
47,
are
nobody know
narrow
what you're
minded.
doing. So you
They
think
are
that's right?
narrow minded. They are narrow minded and unsophisticated criminals who expose themselves at their extravagant lifestyle. It's very easy to kill Nathaniel Mankio. Just do a lifestyle audit. How much are you earning? And where did he take the money from to go get 100,000 out of Aja in America? Where did he take the money from to build to just build almost 2,000 to buy 200,000 home? I mean, within the first 6 months within our president, we are government. Where did he take the money from to go and build Wi-Fi grid for your mother? Where did he take the money from to go and spend in Bond County? All the money there. Eh? I think the next person that should start looking at is Thomas Father. How much is Thomas Father earning over there? And every day he's carrying bag of money from one political campaign to another political campaign ground. These are things we have to be looking at. So I just feel that the mission and vision that I previously stated of the American government is to rescue Liberia from the unpatriotic Liberians because we don't love our
My brother,
country. And the worst of things, go ahead.
Mr. Masekwe, the thing is that it's not so much of a rescue. You got the taxpayer money is being used to see how best they can assist this old country that have existed for hundreds of years and cannot go nowhere. And those group of people sitting there embezzling the money for their self gain. So is America wrong for coming in that way? America is one of the highest donors to Liberia. You know what I'm saying?
America is right. America is. That's why I'm saying they are on a rescue mission. America is right. Do you know how much America pumped into USAID and other organizations? I mean, you saw the budget. You saw almost than $135 million for external support. Where were we? Where were we anticipating that money from? We're anticipating it from the diaspora. We're expecting it from the American government. And look, My brother, one of the irritating thing I've ever seen is that I saw a group of people who call themselves future leaders chanting slogan, sanction, no sanction, will stay vote for you. So it only tells me that some Liberians suffer from what we call um let me see, the Stockholm syndrome. The Stockholm syndrome is where somebody is in empathy and glorify your abuser. Somebody that is abusing you, you glorify them. You love the person. You are in sympathy with the person. That's why most Liberians suffer from the Stockholm syndrome. They see people who steal from them, Nathaniel McGill, glaringly stealing from you. Then you are there verifying him. You are there embracing. You are there chanting slogan, just to get him more momentum to steal from you. So I think the Liberians, we are our own problem. We need to change the way we think. We stop associating with people because we know them, because we want something from them, and we put our own life into perspective to know what we want for ourselves.
Thank
People
you,
are
brother.
graduating every year, no job, no confidence in the government, no election coming. And that's it, no investors are coming in the country. So we have to think about those things.
Thank,
Thank you so much, brother.
thank you, brother. Now let's go on to our sister Tudu down there. Before I come in, before she come in, let me just say something to her. Tudu,
Mhm.
we know that you are a sympathizer of the Congress of Documented Criminals,
I'm not a sympathizer for the correction.
aka CDC.
I am not. I'm not sympathizing with criminals.
Okay.
I'm not. I said it from the previous stage.
Well, your deliberation, your
Don't change
deliberation
my
seems to be
tone.
like
Don't change my
you are
tone
in
to make
you
it
are, you
look
are in a
ugly.
defensive. But I will give it to
No, you are
let me
not going to
learn.
change what I said to make
Let me
me look
learn.
ugly. I knew this
You
was a
are coming
setup for
because
me
this is
this
directed
morning.
to you. You learn. Let me
No, but I want you to go back on track and ask me the question appropriately instead of
no.
you
I said
diverting the question.
okay, no problem. To suit your taste, let me come to it. You are saying this is an allegation leveled against Mr.
Hey,
What his name McGill, right? And until proven, you don't think because if you say it's an allegation, so until proven, he's not a criminal. Right or wrong, Miss Bro?
I'm listening to you.
Okay, until proven, he's not a criminal. But on the flip side, we are trying to tell with referencing what the CEO stated when it was Charles Stiller, nobody asked for evidence. When it was Bender Urich, nobody asked for evidence. When it was Ronnie Sherman, nobody asked for evidence. But now it's what his name, McGill and his two accomplice, and we actually we try to quote unquote preach the law that is alleged that they are criminals. But we see their style of life in Liberia and around the world, and we know that these guys don't make the money legally to live the life they're living. So how would you tell me that they should be proven guilty when the world police have already said it and we never counter-reacted the other ones they stated back then, but now we should counter-react, we should counteract, or we should break down what they say, what the term, we should investigate this one until proven. The question here is,
People still
do
live
you
in
think
denial, brother.
with this level, I'll come back with a question. Do you think with this level of allegation on them, with the party that they affiliate with survive?
Okay, let me say something here, Fangalo. This is a big platform, and we got a lot of inclined people watching us. Remember what you say going to live after you.
Most
And I
definitely.
will say it again to my Liberian people. I am a patriotic Liberian. I stand for the truth. And I will rephrase what I said previously. I'm not in support of any corrupt act. I hate criminals. And I'm saying it. Those in the CDC-led government, anybody caught in the act of corruption, let them be penalized, let their properties be frozen, everything be taken away from them. If they deserve going to prison, let them put them in prison. I will say that everywhere that I go. I'm not going to sit here and back some corrupt act because my children's future are involved. I have my mother, my family, my generation in Liberia. You think I let us see the Liberian people? Look, let me say something. You think because I am a citizen, I accept everything that happened in Liberia? I'm a woman. I see a lot of girls get raped on a daily basis. You think it's a pleasure to me? I see a lot of babies being abused sexually, killed in the act. You think I'm happy with that? I am not happy with that. Those are things that I don't even back. Being a sedition doesn't mean you should cover the truth. I'm not going to cover the truth. My girl name has ranked for years. Bill Torres' name has been ranking for years. Serena Seaforth, the same thing. America that we live in today. America, when they get you on a house arrest, which means you are not allowed to take an inch from that house while they go under the investigation. While you are under arrest, house arrest, they do their underground investigation. And when they come to their findings, they penalize you for what you did. That's what I'm telling the Liberian people, those that were sanctioned. If they put sanctions, some will all know what it means now. They're not even coming to the people country anymore. The people even want them here anymore. America put in a lot in Liberia, and they are not satisfied the way people cry in Liberia. Our people are suffering indeed. I am a citizen. I see what goes on in Liberia.
But thank you. Thank you. No, but thank you for seeing it. Thank you.
I am a realist. I'm not going to say that because I am a citizen. People are not even getting my point. I see people targeting me online. I am a citizen, but I'm not going to cover the wrong. Because if I cover the wrong, I cover my children's future. That's what I'm saying here. America put enough money in Liberia, and they want to see the money circulating the country, and every Liberian benefit from the money.
But the level of suffering you're talking about that you see coming from Liberia, and you saying the CDC-led government gonna win because it's in charge, that what buffer people, because you see the ills are going on, and you saying that they're gonna win election with all these things. You think you trust somebody of such?
Okay, let me ask you something quickly.
No. Back to you. Answer my question.
Okay, I'll answer your question I will give you a scenario in answering your question. Charles Taylor was in power for how many years? America sanctioned Charles Taylor, but the people of Liberia love Charles Taylor. So what will you do about that?
Now, you want to ask about Mr. Taylor issue? Is that what you asked me?
Where Taylor in it? Where Taylor in it?
You want to ask Mr.
Taylor has sanction on him.
You asked a question?
Him in the pit. But what happened to the Liberian people? It's a lot for the Liberian people. It's not because I am a citizen I'm going to cover the wrong. What happened? The Liberian people there to make the decision. Why if they don't make the decision? Why if the Lord President we are the one to put him back for the second time, for which I'm seeing?
I mean, you can use your phone account.
What happened?
Give me shit.
Who tell you that I'm backing wrong? I'm not backing wrong.
Timas.
Yeah. Mute your microphone, sir. Mute your microphone. Thank you. Tutu.
Okay, 1 minute. Yeah.
You still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. So yes.
1 minute, please.
No problem. So Gabriel, not Gabriel, but Maki.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now let's go to step 2 with reference to the CDC government, their presentation, their start of ruling, the way they're handling the country's affairs right now. Do you think it's on the right? They are on the right track for COP 2023?
Thank you for that beautiful question. Let me just begin with this. I like. Firstly, let me just say this. I like, how enthusiasm our sister is, in supporting a political party for a specific cause. It just shows how she is. But on the other hand, there's one thing that I want to understand, that she should always learn to put her country first, no matter what. My bigger question here to us all about what's happening is that in 2023 to come, who can replace the CDC? That's my question, because CDC is already out of the picture. CDC is already out of the picture come 2023. But now there's a big question that we have to answer. Who's going to represent? Who's going to take that place? Who's going to replace the CDC? That's the question now that we have to ask our very self. Because we have Joseph Newman Braga in the picture, we have Mr. Alexander Cummings, we have the Liberty Party or the ALP maybe going to come up with candidate, and we also have what's the name of the puppet from Nima County?
Tiawangonglo?
Tarangonglo. Then we also have what the man needs that the American government have restricted not to leave the country.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. Recently.
Yeah, from PLP.
Yeah.
So there are more people we're looking at. So that's a question now we need to ask ourselves.
Because Masako, you good now? Abraham.
Who's gonna pay? I mean, who's gonna replace the CDC? That's a question now to ask. I mean, we have to ask ourselves because my brother. Let's just understand this very clearly. Like I said, I love how our sister is defending her political party because that's her party. But I also like how God is exposing these criminals.
No, but my question here is: do you think they are going to survive the wave? Do you think that government going to survive this wave for 2023?
That's what I just said. The CDC government is already out. But the question now is, who's going to replace the CDC government? That's a question now we're asking ourselves. Because up to present, we do not understand how balanced the opposition are. The opposition are comprised of a lot of political parties. But at the end of the day, these guys are still now using the chemical unification so that they can be able to defeat the CDC government. Because, like I always say on the platform, it is only a coalition that can defeat the CDC. An individual who's going to serve as a Senate bearer for a political party cannot win the CDC right now. It has to be a chemical unification to defeat the CDC. So who's going to defeat the CDC out of the picture? You know what I'm saying this? Chancellor said Toto want to box, but his hands are short. Toto cannot go for a boxing. The CDC right now, Natana Magay is a key figure within the CDC. Nobody should overload Natana Magay. That's why you see it is like a big blow in the face of CDC. Natana Magay is a big blow because Natana Magay is just like, President Weah is just there as a ceremonious president. Natana Magay does everything in the country. He do all of the appointment. He does all of the appointment. He gave all of the finalists on every list of appointment. And let me just break this down to you all so we all can understand today. When the CDC government came to power, the city government had been comprised of 3 to 4 political parties that make the coalition for democratic change. And this was what was discussed. For example, the MPP political party, they have their own ministry under their control. They have to make their own appointment within that ministry. For example, the Ministry of Public Works. The Ministry of Public Works will honor the MPP. So the MPP has to do every appointment within the Ministry of Public Works. That's why you see Mabudu Yimpan was being appointed there through the influence of Joy Howard Taylor. But after some period of time, the CDC, they took all of the power from the political party and everything came back on them. There where you saw a lot of noise and things, grumbling and what have you going within the CPP. The CDC, because what? The MPP no more have control over the public way. If the MPP still have control over the public way after the death of Mabutu Yimpan, Joy Howard Taylor could still come out with another public way minister to be appointed. But of the present, we do not have a minister proper for Ministry of Public Works. We still have somebody acting. So things have changed over a period of time.
Thank you, Mr. McKay. Thank you, Mr. McKay, for your deliberation. I appreciate that. You did extremely well. I think Mr. Masekwe is ready to go. Abraham, are you good to go, or are you still on your in and out?
Yes, gentlemen. Are you guys getting me?
Yes, you're loud and clear.
Clearer now.
Okay. Before you come in, let me just say this. Something is bothering me, and we Liberians, we known for this type of song. We started, if my memory recall right, in the 80s, we said, Native Woman Born Soldier. We saw how it ended. We went to 2007, not 2007, but Charles to the time. It said, you came on mine, you came on mine, I will vote for you. We saw what our song ended. We saw and we see, you know Bo, you not know Bo, we will vote for you. We see where he's sitting right now. And we smelling and hearing similar song coming on, whether you corrupt, you're not corrupt, you steal, you're not steal, we will vote for you. And those same individuals who sing those songs are the ones that are always on the telephone, always calling people around the world for $5, $10 because of their silly, decisions. So with this being said, Mr. Masikwe, what do you see Liberia heading in the coming years?
Thank you. Am I good?
Yeah, you're good to go.
Are you guys? Am I
Gabriel,
good?
man, just today, you know why you have an official leave. You can go on leave officially. We give you a leave for a leave of absence today, because honestly speaking, your internet is doing you bad. Mr. Gabriel.
Okay.
You just heard what I said, so just pick up from there instead of me repeating myself.
Thank you so much. And you said that Liberians are always singing the song. You came on my, you came up, I will vote for you, Native Woman Born Soya. And now we have heard the song, sanction, no sanction, we'll still vote for you. And initially, I stated that Liberia suffer from the Stockholm syndrome, where the oppressed is worship, the oppressed is tend to worship his own oppressor. And I will say again, Liberia suffer from another thing we call congenital insensitivity to pain, that a psychological condition that inhibits you to feel. You cannot feel. If you suffer from that sickness, you cannot feel. Even they can take pain, they be piercing you all around. You cannot feel. So I mean, that's the situation right now. Most Liberians don't feel. I mean, they don't send their children to school. They don't care. They don't eat. They go to school. That's it. They go to bed with hunger. They don't care. They walk from Douala to Red Light. They don't even have the first carpet. They don't care. They don't know the ramification of their actions. They don't know. The first thing here is that you must know the cause of the problem before you tend to solve it. If you don't know the cause of the problem, my brother, you'll be roaming all around like a caught-head chicken, and you will never and ever come to the solution of that problem. Most Liberians don't feel pain. They don't feel sorry for themselves. Some people have just given up and accepted poverty as a way of life, as a lifestyle. My mom was poor, my pa was poor. I mean, they want to come and be rich. Some people have just accepted it. So you don't blame them. That's why I said the Americans are on a mission to rescue Liberia from Liberians, because we don't care about ourselves. We don't care about the country. And secondly, let me say to my sister who said, even if they sanction Americans, if they sanction George Weah government, I mean, the people still love George Weah. But yet then still, your citizens, no matter how they love you, you cannot operate as an island. I mean, we live in a global world where you have to associate with other countries. You are not producing everything you need. You need to work along with other people. I mean, you are into World Trade Organization. You are signing bilateral agreement, and the American is coming and telling you that certain people within the government are corrupt. Do not deal with these people. You know what I mean? It is trying to distract, or it is trying to, alienate you from other part of the world. Other people will not feel comfortable dealing with you. The perception about you when it is bad. Tell me, no Chinese investor will want to come into your country. When you have a bad perception that the man that is close to the government, he's the one that is always soliciting bribe and taking money from investors and other people, who will want to venture into that kind of place? If you have the perception, the dark cloud that the Solicitor General of the country is the one that is shielding cyber criminals and 419 people, tell me, who one of the well-intentioned investors will go into that country? Your country will be isolated. it will be alienated, and your people will suffer.
But do we have investors in Liberia besides the ones that were there prior to the government coming, and even have reduced? Do we
Most
have
of the
investors?
we had investors, we had Saint W and other people, but most of them left due to the lack of confidence. More investors left, and more investors will not come back because you know what? The investment climate is so bad, and the investment indicators. If you look at the investment indicator, you look at the rule of law. The rule of law. I mean, the American are definitely telling you. Look at a country that they sanction your whole Solicitor General. You will know that there's no rule of law there. You don't have electricity. Are you getting me? I mean, everything is just helter scatter. Everything is just not understandable. And secondly, let me say this. Charles Taylor, I think in one of his words, he said one of the mistakes I ever made was not to get it right with the Americans. You cannot fight America. I think that thing. The other guy talking about, I don't know. They say who or the mayor or Nathaniel Magget doing. He just doing it just to appease himself, to please himself. Nathaniel Magget is politically dead. He can't do anything. And again, you know what they say in that? They say all the sanctioned people, those who associate with them or see, or if you are caught doing business with you, I said you are exposing yourself to sanction. So Joshua should be very, very careful. These few days, I saw him going on setting, I know that Tina or why, Nathaniel Manke was sitting near him. President Weah is exposing himself to sanction. As the CEO said, this mayor Samuel Toy is not even going near him. Samuel Toy had never called him. Samuel Toy is smart because Samuel Toy read that and he understood it. He comprehended what the American people said. So if the president is so adamant, if he is so stubborn and still want to be hawking Nathaniel Mange here and there, then he go and do it. I don't know sanction him, but I mean, I would be surprised if Nina on the second list.
But you know something, my brother. The man, Nathaniel Mange, to be exact, he's the office for the president. You know what I mean? Every document that rolls into the executive mansion to the presidential affairs is going directly through McGill office because the president works within his office. The president works within his jurisdiction. And looking at Mr. George Manawia, who I still to be corrected, but it seems to be like he's not schooled because who are you that you can never face it? No country in the world that we all know, even the ones that are military led, have never sat before the press to ask for questions, interactive discussion. He have never. 5 years.
Let me say this to you, Mr. Fangalo. You see, with all the corruption.
Come in a little bit. This is something because Gabriel.
Let me just conclude for my CEO. You assume.
I remember.
Let me just conclude.
Wait, they're coming to you to do before we go to our men.
Let me just conclude for my end. You see, let me tell you something. All the corruption that have been happening in the country, they are done. I can tell you, they are done with the consent and acquiescence of the president. Because if he did not support it, if he did not, root for it, I mean, by now the agriculture minister would have been, out of fire or asked to leave her position and go on an investigation because she was designated by the LACC as a corrupt official. What did the president do when we talk about the moral exercise? What did the president do when the whole Liberia frowned at Nathaniel Mangill building a Wi-Fi, something? I know it is a right to do that, but sometimes you have to call your people and ask them questions. All the corruption I've been going on, the president is complicit in it. So he's not going to do anything. He's not going to do anything. I'm just surprised that whether he say he's not ready in the cookie jar that when Nathaniel Mangill is very surprised, he won't call his name. You getting me? So thank you so much. Let me stop there.
Mr. Mas, before we get to do, we'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll come directly to you. But before the break, Mr. Control, McKay, can you just play that little clip about the minister in Bon County talking to the people, and then we can go to our break.
So where Mr. Control?
You in control? You touching the buttons.
I know, right? You just single.
Okay, let's go. Let's have this right here. Or yeah, let me get to this.
I want you to understand that life can change
time, my people. It's break time. It's break time. You know, yeah, I mean, y'all get a glass of water. Yeah, just get a glass of water. Just get a glass of water. Just get a glass of water as I search for Nathaniel Margaret video and play in 30 seconds.
Jesus, let us change or remove it on the mountains. Jesus,
Yeah, little piece of water.
Jesus,
Right after her, Nathaniel Margaret, the latest criminal there in Liberia. Nathaniel Margaret is the latest criminal there in Liberia, along with Bill Travis. Yes, Selena Seaforth.
no one can stop us. Nobody can change it, Lord.
Then I mean say, the U.S. government saying this so, my people. So don't hold nothing against me tonight.
No one to someone. Let us change from zero to hero. Oh, level us change from insult.
Yeah, beautiful people out there. Let me just go to the Nathaniel Margaret video right away. You know, yeah, because we're running out of time and we got a lot of things to talk tonight. Yeah, let a video right here. I will just play the audio for you guys to get.
I was thinking Brian Gary. Yeah, Olivia. Yes. The day God take me, I will carry her with me. Our grandchildren will kind of see the ones that were walking and looking for. It was good power on it. I just want to say thank you to for doing what he's doing. What is the young man doing? He just doing a part. One day will not be represented. But
Let's play the video one more. Let's play the audio one more time. Listen to what the man saying. The man said when he bait the horse, he would carry the horse with him. You know the horse be red. I want to die with carry the horse. No, be red. You know, let's play it one more time. That'll be what you're clearly. The man said when you're stealing the money, even you steal the money, get the money like brand people, and a good thing, then they put to say fine. Y'all listen, yo. I'm me talking yo.
I see that every day, but even I see him when I get out, I run for that. I see that every day.
Even if I steal the money and get the money like brand people, good thing I do. Y'all listen to that kind of thing. Wow, whole minister was still for president that felt talking. Y'all listen.
So point but even I see him when I get out, I run for that. I see that every day. So point the country all government are eligible. That's the money.
Okay. Thank you, man. Thank you so much for that. We at least we got the gist of the recording.
I can't be all in one can do the glass. So I'm going to tell you when I carry the Ghana, correct? One can get on a minimum. I was taking Brian Gary. Yeah, Olivia. Yes. The day God take me, I will carry her with me. Our grandchildren will kind of see the ones that were walking and looking for. It was good power on it. I just want to say thank you to for doing what he's doing. What is the young man doing? He just doing a part. One day will not be represented. But
Okay, so there you have it. That's it right there. We're going to stop right there with the audio recording there from the former Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, Nathaniel Margaret, who have been listed out there as a criminal. And we are looking up to the Liberian government to have him prosecuted because from the audio, it shows that he admitted to what he's doing. And it's very clear. It's glaring. There's nothing there to justify. Or to you, Tim Catman.
Yes, sir. I appreciate your how you call it, your technical in between, your mixing. You know what I mean? You had a gospel going, and then you keep mixing with with the criminal involved. No problem. I appreciate that. And you know the reason why we kind of like dealing with this guy directly or using this guy. This guy, he's one of the key figures in that party. He's one of the main men in that party, whether people like it or not. Before you reach George, if you want anything for George to do, President, we have to do, get to McGill. It will be done because he reads the documents, he reads the contract, and tell the president, so look, this one can be signed, this one cannot be signed. You know what I mean? But nevertheless, let's get back to the topic here. To our sister Tulu, you heard the recording. Now tell me, based on what you heard, can we say it's an allegation? Based on what you heard.
Fangalo, let me say something first before I answer your question. We got 152 beautiful, young, old, retired Liberians watching us. And I will praise those who work. Old people,
you say retire?
Old people. We call old people retire. Our old people, how we call
That's
them
what young people, don't open
our seniors. We call them our retired seniors. We got old people watching us here.
How you know that age is only here?
But they said that young people alone can watch this video. We got old people sitting up beside their grandchildren watching this. We call them the retired, the old, the senior. That's their name. It's not like I'm bringing them down.
No, Tulu, go ahead. We understand. You're trying to balance it. It's not all about young or something. Yes, she's right.
They got old people watching. What I would say here, because you keep asking me this one question over and over.
Because the reason you say you didn't hear the recording. You didn't hear the recording. Now it's being played. So I just want to get your view.
I listened to the recording. I am a realist. I would say whether people say trash about me here, I don't care. What I listened to, anybody in the Georgia government caught under the act of corruption, when they say embezzle, they should be penalized. The McGill, the Twelve, the CFOS, they should face the full weight of the law. That's what I said. That's what I said from the beginning. It's not because I am a seditious, I'm going to cover wrong. People should get me right here. It can be whosoever. Let them be punished. And I was saying something before I received a call. What I was about to say before leaving, you asked this question, whether CDC going to hold ground in 6 years to come. And I answered this question, throwing a scenario back to you. Charles Taylor was in power. He was sanctioned. Everything surrounding Charles Taylor, they were frozen. Yes, indeed, the Liberian people loved him. And they voted for him. George Weah is not exceptional. The Liberian people love their president. I'm not going to make their decision.
You said Liberian people? You talking about Liberia?
Liberians love George Weah.
Okay.
Some Liberians do. Some people hate him. And we know they hate him, and some love him.
No, we don't hate. No, stop saying that. Hate is a harsh word.
Because hate is a harsh word, but I will say it that people hate the president. Because when we watching videos, we listen to people insulting. I cannot come here and insult my fellow human being. I cannot like what you're doing. I can speak against what you are doing. Your wrong acts can be spoken against, but not to come and abuse you.
No,
you get me? If you say, I come in my girl, if you say the word hate is harsh, I don't use that word hate. The word hate is not in my life. I don't tell anybody I hate you. But I'm saying that based on what I see on daily basis, people come and curse George Weah's mother, say all kinds of things. I got people who hate me too now. That not everybody like me.
Tutu.
I'm not done yet.
No, you said cause a man. But you know, Madam Selim was a female. You remember?
Yes.
And they said the same thing. They put on the white paper and pass around with it. You forget?
Hated Madam Salif.
Okay.
I was in Liberia doing Madam Salif government.
So the table turned. The table turned.
Oh, yes.
That's okay.
What are you talking about? Hate is a harsh word. People hated Madam Salif. I watch people abuse Madam Selif. Even up to now, people still cussing her.
Including
So I'm
sedition.
going to use the word that people hate. Yes, people can hate people. Okay, people are talking because of these 3 alleged criminals, the CDC government going to fall. And I'm saying it's a no-go. Because of the 3 persons, CDC cannot fall. Rather, CDC can rebuild her administration. CDC going to use this as a warning shot to any negative act in her government. And with this sanction, it's a warning shot to seditions to double up their effort. You guys are here pleading because of opposition.
No,
The
no.
oppositions that people are pleading for, they are now united.
You are saying
Nobody
opposition.
here.
You
They are now united. We see it. They are divided. The oppositions are divided. CDC going to use this. We the women, when we make mistake and born 2, 3 children by 3 different men, by the time we're done with the 3rd baby or the 2nd baby, hey, we come to ourselves and ask ourselves, what am I doing to myself? And we get on the right path. CDC is going to go back on the right path and make a correction in her administration to make sure it doesn't repeat itself. Mind you, President Weah is loved by the Liberian people.
Thank you.
Majority of them love President Weah. Until the opposition can unite, until the opposition can hold together, they will win President Weah. But what I'm seeing in Liberia, the opposition, they are divided. Everybody want to be president. They are not in one accord. They are fighting each other, and we know that they are fighting each other. Until you can put your house together, you're going to come for me in my house and win me. But as long as your house is divided, you have no stand to even fix me. And I will rephrase again. I will tell the Liberian people that I am against corruption. Let those people be penalized if they are proven guilty. Let a sanction be on them as long as they are in Liberia. I'm not going to back anybody stealing from the government. Well, I have my family. I have my Liberian people, my Liberian youth, the children. They are there suffering because of certain people. Those certain people should be rooted out from the CDC government. I stand to say that. Equally say you guys are divided, and we know that you guys don't love each other. So you don't come here to come pretend.
Okay. Man, thanks for hitting, thanks for those fires.
Mirror bro.
Oh, yeah.
My bulletproof cell was feeling the pain. But let's look at this, gentlemen. Now, looking at our country right now, looking at how the begging, we have professional beggars, and you just name it now. The begging have skyrocketed. Life is hard. Everything is becoming like, if the government do it, we will not eat. If the government don't bring job, we will not get job. If people don't steal, they will not eat. Who do we shift this blame to? Is it the Liberian people? Is it the opposition? Or is it the government who is spearheading the entire affairs of the country? We should take into account. Who's the cause of what's going on? Because you can't tell me the oppositions are the ones doing what is going on. To make it.
Let me come to that.
Coming, man, you can't. You have your bazooka and turn nothing.
Oh no, I thought you addressed the question to me.
I think I can respond. I'm
coming to you, Maki. That's the reason I laid my premise. Now, looking at the kind of theory that is being exhibited by the current government, which are called the Machiavelli theory. Machiavelli theory is like this: I will strangle you. You have no other way of surviving until I let you lose a little bit. I will keep you hungry. So I give you small little food. The only thing you know that I'm the one in charge. And this is what is going on. Do you think we will hold opposition responsible for this kind of thing that's going on down there, Maki?
Thank you. Thank you for the beautiful question. You know, there's one thing that we all need to understand here tonight, right? Whenever a child in a home is not exhibiting the rightful attitude out there, who does the blame go on at the end of the day? The blame go on the parents. If Liberia is not doing well, there. Who can we blame? We blame the government. The opposition have no control, they have no power to lead our country to success. And let me just make this very clear. President Weah is not far away from sanction.
See, I
Because
thought you on your own, man.
looking, looking at Nathaniel McGill, who been placed on sanction, we all understand Nathaniel McGill is like the midfielder on the field. He distributes the ball. He does everything for the CDC government. All of the gangs, the appointments and everything that go on in the country, if it does not pass through Nathaniel McGill office, things can never be done. So Nathaniel McGill being placed on sanction is just a warning to President Weah. Look, you know why we didn't put you on sanction right now? It's because we know you're the president of our country, but we put your deputy. Nathaniel McGill is like a deputy to the president. We all understand the vice president is the deputy, but the vice president in Liberia is like a ceremonious position. Nathaniel McGill is the immediate deputy there to the president. So he being placed on sanction, it's just a warning the president we have to be careful, make sure you recalibrate, your government and to be able to force the country ahead. So that's why we're putting them on sanctions so that you can understand that exactly we know what's going on. You guys are stealing my Liberian people, but we want you to do your job rightfully. But if we have a president who is very smart, the president we have, he's not smart. People want to compare soccer with government. It's far different. The soccer game is like an object that you push in left and right. But Liberia leading a country, it's not something you push in left and right. It has to be with high calculation. It has to do with studies. It has to do with concentration. So it is not like a soccer game that you have an object that you're running behind, that you're distributing and XYZ. No. We do not have a smart president. So that's why these guys make
You don't
decisions.
have a what?
We do not have a smart president. We have a president who is not smart. We had a president that people had to talk in your ear before things happen. We do not have a president who we could compare with the late President Tolbert. We do not have a president who that we can compare with the good side of former President Samuel Kedo. We do not have a president that we can compare with the good side of former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. We do not have a president that we could compare with the better side of the best side with former President Charles Ganga Taylor. We have a president that does not make decisions for himself. He has people, we have to put talk in his mouth for he to be able to make decisions. The opposition they do not control the country. The opposition are striving to have government power so that they can be able to make things happen in Liberia. The opposition, they are like government waiting just how the CDC were at the time when they were not in government. They had nothing to do, nothing they could do. They did not impact the country in any positive way. But all that we saw were the negativities through negative protests that they carry on in the country. And now today, they want to stop people from protesting simply because the country is not moving rightfully. So we cannot hold the opposition. I look at people blaming the opposition for advocating for sanctions, for being lobbying against the government. You think America that you say as a country? Everything that America does, it is based on investigations. So all of those sanctions, were well investigated. I challenge the CDC government. I challenge the government official who been placed on sanction, the criminal Selena Seaforth who using his position, to be able to get money and SRC. He's another big criminal. I challenge the Beltrari who's stealing the National Port Authority money simply because, he's a sedition. I challenge every one of them to take the U.S. government to court and say we want evidence on these things that you got.
And then,
Say that.
Maki, let me just put you right there. You know, the night said he equipped to do piece of that. So just take it from there. Challenge United States government, the world police.
I challenge any one of them.
Come
The
on.
world police, yeah.
Just say
Yeah,
that.
what you talking so? The world police.
What do you mean? People can challenge the U.S. government.
Man, if that channel, if that channel we're talking about a different thing. If that channel, that the EU, that different story. Liberia,
So you know, let me end right here. Let me
you know, we case before. Your have your government won a case in Liberia, local case before?
Jasmine, let me just end right here on this.
Even in
Let
Africa,
me just end right here
people
on
do
this.
come for the Treasury Department. What are you talking about? Or
Yes,
if they
Florida,
say
let
something
me
about
just-
you, going to come for
Okay,
them.
to 1 second. That bucket, go ahead. We'll come back to that. Remind me.
Let me end right here. I
You
challenge
need
the
to end.
Oh, I should end.
No, I say you need to end.
I challenge the three individuals with all of the supporters, you know, around the world who are looking at white and saying that black. I challenge every one of them to take the United States government to court and say they want evidence on these criminals to prove them guilty. And a president we are cannot act very fast on dismissing those criminals. Trust me, the 2023 elections are no go to him. Even if the opposition are not united, he will still not be successful or victorious come 2023. Thank you.
Thank you.
Lincoln McKay.
Masekwe, I see your video moving smooth now. You ready for us?
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of technical.
Did you pay the bills?
No, the man how to change the Walmart phone, my man. You know that Walmart phone.
Don't forget our kids on vacation, my man. All the tablets, everything hanging on the internet, and then we got rain falling weather, so there's a lot going on.
Okay,
but yeah, I was able to do some technical work in the background. At least
yes, sir. So at least to bring you in before we kind of go to the telephone line and the video, the messages in there, the comments and stuff. You've heard everything.
Right.
You know the introduction of the discussion. So just kick in because I don't want to repeat certain things. So just go ahead.
Yes, gentlemen, thank you for the time and thank you for keeping the show going. You know, unfortunately, I'm sorry to our viewers for my little technical problems here, but you know, this is a very, very important discussion that we are having today. I listened to my sister Tutu over there. You know, it's important to defend your party and the person you support and believe in, but it's also important to remain steadfast when it comes to transparency. You know, because that's the only thing we can do to develop our.
But we're transparent here. I'm not backing for those three people.
Right.
Tutu, the man he talk nothing. You not get what kind of problem is this?
I'm not saying you're worrying. I'm just laying the basis for my discussion. So, but I mean, on a very serious note, I actually want to commend the U.S. Treasury Department for that bold step taking. It's important that people understand when you serving your country and when you are put into public positions, you're not there to abuse the people, like steal from the people and basically just rub it right in their face. I recall Nathaniel McGay. We all love our parents. We all love our family and all of that. I think we all saw McGay mother tomb or grave, or I don't know what name for that, because that was my first time seeing that stuff. People don't even have food to eat. And that brother was brave enough to build a palace for his mother.
We call that a vault. La brave put that where the money keeping in that period. They get money inside there. And I'm there.
So, you know, that was a slap in the face of the people. McGay, we all came from down the line. We all struggle. We all had our good and bad times. You're not anybody who was wealthy. You're not a wealthy person. Why are you laying that kind of stuff in the face of the Liberian people, right? And then there was a recording on the internet. He's telling the people there, oh, you know, the people say I stealing the money, but if I steal the money and build in Liberia, and if I use it on the Liberian people, and I good thing, you know how native put it there, yeah, that good thing, right? So Gentlemen, for me, I think the sanction is a little bit later because those sanctions needs to start taking place in not just Liberia, but African countries that just allow people to go into public office, and all they do is just continuously being corrupt, stealing the people money, the country money. That money is supposed to go to a lot of things that would develop neighborhood, that would develop communities, and those money are just put into one person pocket and they sit on it. And at the end of the day, the country continue to suffer. The common people continue to suffer. That needs to stop. And I want to urge the Treasury Department to continue moving forward. There are a lot of people in our country that needs to be on that list so that they can understand that going to work for government doesn't mean you're going to get rich overnight. I will stop there for now, Fangalo. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Masik. Thank you, Mr. Masik. Before we go further, I will ask Gabriel. Gabriel, you seem to have a good internet among the four of us right now, or the five of us. Can you please?
At one point, I wanted to make a very quickly before I forget, Mr. Moderator, please. Let me
Please,
just make
I will give you about 1 minute.
No, 1 minute there is just too much.
Okay,
You know,
no problem. 30 seconds.
Yeah, so thanks to Mal for recognizing the United States Treasury Department. There is some of the reason that you see the ECOWAS and now the AU in Africa are not respected.
Well,
Because we expect these guys to
yeah,
be fresh to start taking step, on
Yeah.
criminals within the African countries.
right.
We should not be hearing for America censoring government officials, in Liberia. We should be hearing from the ECOWAS or the AU.
Yep.
So what's their job here in Africa? What's the job there in Africa? What are they doing? That's why you see what happened in Guinea, and then they're talking about censoring the government. Those officials, the guys don't even care about them because they are not even doing the rightful jobs. We should be hearing about sanctions from ECOWAS that these criminals cannot even go to any of the ECOWAS country. Because
1 minute out.
You already taking my 1 minute.
Okay, you got 30 seconds. Is already gone. You gone on 45 seconds.
If Natana Mage was being censored by ECOWAS, he cannot leave Liberia to even go to Guinea or Sierra Leone. Then, of course, we'll get to understand that it is getting serious. So the day America stop getting, it becomes serious. So the other criminals who want to steal will be very careful and say, "Oh, imagine I can't even go to Guinea, I can't even go to Sierra Leone. So this thing is getting serious. I gotta do my job rightfully."
Thank you, Maki. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Guys, let's stay on track. We got agenda we're going with. Let's stay on track. Masakwe, before we get to you.
Okay. If you have the time, I want to make a clarity on something I left out. If we have the time. If not, we can.
Okay. We will come back to you. Let's stay on track.
Right.
Gabriel, can you please read all the comments for us, please?
Why I can't read it?
Okay, read it. I know we read it.
If I'm the only woman here.
Quiet.
Okay, Tutu. I give you the power to read.
Mirror, bro.
The Iron Lady wake up. You're playing fun.
Rebecca Science says CDC will never fall, and I challenge the oppositions. Yes, indeed, we are challenging you.
I don't know the first comment you saw there.
Like the first thing I display on my phone now. Then
please be transparent. Read those messages.
I will.
Look, the ones you leave, I will read it too. Now, no problem. I'll read it.
Everybody watching, I'm going to put my character in the world for. Sumo Duana said, even the devil has friends, my sister. Yes. The reality is that we are tired of corruption, of course. And Sumo said again, wrong. I don't know what is wrong. Alfred said you should pin the number that people will call. And then Bob Jerry, my man, you understand yourself, what you are saying, mister. Gray M. Howard said, your comparison, Mausoleum is the name. I know that the tune you're talking about, I think that's the name for it. Siata said, okay, Siata on my neck. Siata, I squeezing yourself on your neck. Siata said, okay, she's reading the comments. So far, so good. All the comments are here.
Really?
That 3,000 comment?
Look, guys, all the comments are displayed here. I come your way. Let me go back.
No problem. I
Oh,
can
wait.
go up here. I will go up on the screen here so I can read all the.
Let go.
Yeah, we have Sierra. She said, okay, play the video. That means she was talking about the video about Natana McGill, the criminal right now who's on sanction. And then Roosevelt said, I'm
She
watching.
said she's reading the comment.
And then Helena said, get off. Okay, there's a bar word I don't want to say on here. Then Aura Ure say, your CDC government is the most corrupt government ever in the history of Liberia. Then we have Bala Gray said, Tutu, stop making the Liberian people angry. Hmm. That's Bala Gray. So she could not read that comment too.
No, no. To be frank, it's not display on my comment section.
Yeah, she using her
Okay,
phone, so the phone can pass those comments. They don't.
Yes.
we got Joseph Cummings Jr. He said, U.S. government speaks in code. Find the keywords, put them together, then solve the puzzle. Then we have Moma Harris said power in Liberia was centered around McGill. Everyone had to go through him to get hmm, the profitable jobs in Liberia. Wow. Then we have Melvin Papi Gray, who happens to be the coordinator of the Diaspora Talk. He say, I have sent you guys the video CEO. Okay, that was a video that played was sent to us by Melvin Papi Gray. Then Bala Gray said,
What did that man content for not coming today?
oh really? Yeah, we will
Yeah.
do that. More comments here. The comment about the bucket, I'll read it, even though our sister couldn't read it. Then Mama Harris said, I am pretty sure a lot of Seditians are happy McGee had finally fallen. Many young Seditians called for his dismissal after the 2020 midterm election, but the president acted like he didn't hear them. Wow. So Joseph Cummings Jr., I think they got related to Alexander Cummings. He said, let me ask, have the president asked the LACC or the GSC to collaborate with the U.S. government to look into this allegation? How would the president ask my brother when the president don't even know his own job he's doing? Thank you for that great question because the LACC and the GSC, they are the one responsible for all of those corrupt.
That's
You're the damn.
exactly where I was about to go.
Yeah, the president haven't done that. We ain't get any report on that. So we got Ura Ure say what? Mr. Masekwe asked Miss Bro. Okay. Yeah, I think Gabriel, you were asking our sister that question. Joseph Cummings again, Jr. He said, when US target you, they follow you and those closely connected to you. And you see, that's the reason you see summer 12. I even go visit your own home boy or even call the man. The man complaining, he said, why summer 12 can visit me? Then we got Alfred Momodu, God's favor, Konowa. He said Liberian are suffering from what? I mean, we're gonna word user Santevi wall. I'm gonna make mistake here, so let me leave it. Okay, we got J King say what? Liberians are suffering from repressed memory. Repressed memory? Okay. Melvin said what? Including President Weah. Right, Mama. Okay, I think he was trying to make reference. Seattle said Josh MW name ring two, man. Okay,
See,
Melvin
you
said
like the
Josh.
many. I do must stop now. Many.
Yeah, let me just read five more because I seen Bucky. Okay, let me read one from Teddy Lyon, our regular follower too. Teddy said, please get in forth that Mr. McGill been witch hunted due to the due to the election. Wow, I think he deserved the due process to prove justice. My man, we are brother. America, you want to talk about due process? Forget that thing, my brother. Then we got Charles J.S. Young. What did he say? He said, Liberian people don't love weird. You guys are using cash on them. What kind of cash again? Okay, so the message about is here and name keep repeating. So let me just read two final one. Mr. Moderator, are you there? I can read two final questions because two final comments.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead and read.
Okay, I'm seeing persist
Junior's-
calling say what? Why is UP calling for dismissal but has sanctioned UA? How has sanctioned UA side by side of Barca? Hypocrisy at its highest. Yeah, I think UA is sanction free already. He was once on sanction along Bena UA. He's been sanction free. So hope you checking on that too. Our coordinator Melvin Papi Gray said, what's your yardstick that determined that? I think you are referring to me when I make a comment. So okay, let me just go to the last comment on here because we cannot read all. Okay, the last comment right now on the live view. Let me go to it. It's from okay, Godwin Blamo say great one, Duke. Okay, thank you. And then Tavis Bashu say good day. Whenever you want to go up, root a big. What is that? What are the guys saying? The people talking parable these days. You must cut all the smaller root before getting.
The message we won't kill the tree, we'll cut the root on the tree. That's what I'm doing.
Okay, no problem. So I think we'll start right up for
I
now.
think he was saying before getting to the big root, you gotta cut a small one and the
There
branches.
you
And
go. There you go.
Oh,
gotta
you gotta
yeah,
all the smaller root before
that's the
getting.
part we're trying to get.
Okay, yeah, so that's it. That's why I was saying the president. We are it's not far from it, but being president, so they decided Yahoo on here and just chop all a minute around because the solicitor general have been acting more than the justice minister. And then also too, we understand that the NPA is where all the small, crooked money that can come from. At the end of the day, illegal thing that come in the country, any verification to the
No,
NPA. And at the
Maggie,
end of the so no
that,
problem.
that structure, that was tackled by the US government, I say it is a cult.
Yeah.
Because where your name Cephas is the legal minded one. He gave them, quote unquote, he's the legal minded one, gave them the tricks in between. Traveling at the port, like you said, all the ins and outs, everything that coming in all the country, legal, illegally, all the things, you got control of it. Then we got
Exactly.
Mr. Presidential Affairs, who the president is not involved directly, but he's involved indirectly because instructions is being channeled through him and he's making it happen. So if they cut those three root, then as our brother said, when you cut those roots, the bigger one will fall down. But anyway,
Let me tell you something, right? And I'm not cutting you guys off. I'm not cutting you off, Mr. Moderator, right? The president too. I don't want to use any bad word on him because he's our president. But the president name, the president's signature is on so many illegal documents that he cannot escape. And those illegal documents is where the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs have been carrying on some criminal activities. I'm telling you because I had copies of these things to my possessions. I'm telling you live on this broadcast tonight, there's nothing I have to hide. There's nothing, no secret about it. But the president's signature is on so many illegal documents of which, he did not 100% approve, but through the influence of the Minister of State or President of Affairs that's on sanction right now, his signature is on the document. He has to be very careful. Very, very careful. And that's why you see Uncle Sam, that's just a warning to him.
thank you, Marky. Thank you. Now the thing is that with the leadership we have in place right now, in every establishment, in every legitimate rule or governance, if there are accusations or if there are issues of I got claims and counterclaim, most especially at a bigger level, the president usually come out with a press release, press statement, inviting the journalists, the media to inform the country about what is going on. You know what I'm saying? This is not Yana Ball story where you say president not supposed to cue into it. This is not something that happened in Nima or Lofa. They know that you say, oh man, that's not petty. This is an international scene that your government is being people within your high ranking, in your high structure, are being sanctioned by another government, by another country, with those allegations. As a normal person who think your mind is not clothed with enough smoke and alcohol, will come on and defend those things. But when you so focus in booger dancing that you're not focusing, you sit there in studio whole day. You want record. You can't be monkey, be baboon at the same time. You want to be monkey, you want to be baboon. You want to be a musician, be a musician. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? But you can't say you're in a presidential capacity as a president, and then you sitting there, you cannot inform, you cannot talk to your people directly. You got to tell people for you to put on the executive mansion website. You got to tell how you call it. I mean, it's just a whole 9 yards, and it's frustrating to have a leadership of such. And then when we're talking, the people say we hate the president. We don't hate the president, but we hate his style of leadership. Even on the football field that you came from, if your team is not playing right, as a captain, when you go on halftime, you position all your players and say, "Look, my man, the way you're playing in number 2, you were not correct. Or defender, you got to impose and do X, Y, Z." But you're not saying nothing, and you expect us to go by imagination. That's the reason why Yeke quarterback is doing what he's doing. One of the things he's doing, they're saying, "Oh, you got to provide more security," because guess what? You work out and say sweeping statement. You work out. You not even defend the country that you say your inaugural speech. You ought to defend the sovereignty of the nation. And by America coming and saying what America said, which we're not arguing because we know that's true, come and say something. Not to just go and suspend a minute. Come and say something to the public. Let's hear where it's coming from. You know what I mean? But if I can guarantee, if our Booga dance, you will see on Facebook, you will be dancing Booga. So with no further delay, gentlemen, I would like for Mr. Controls, Lincoln, go ahead and pin the number down there. Let's have our audience participating. And Masekwe, Gabriel, not Gabriel, but who's that?
I thought you were coming to me.
I was there though.
No. I'm going to Abraham. Abraham, you go ahead and finish what you're saying.
Thank you, Cadman. Thank you for that great moderating. I just pick up something when the CEO was speaking, when he spoke about ECOWAS. ECOWAS, Africa problem is Africans, to be specific. And when we say we have leaders in Africa like ECOWAS, like AU, these are the people that we expect to be the watchdogs of Africa. These are the people that we expect to take big decisions that people will see. And that's just one point. Now, locally, we go to the LACC, the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission. How do you expect people to respect such entity or such agency that is in a country and in the name of auditing and finding corruption? They sit right there, and somebody from so many 1,000 miles away can see corruption right in your country. But you sitting right there though, and that's your job. You carry on audits all of the time, but you cannot see this corruption. That tells you how bad these countries have been ran in Africa when it comes to how our leaders operate. Because they will organize these agencies, anti-corruption commission, all this kind of stuff, just for the name. Those guys are better not doing their job, and sometimes they try to do their job and they get in trouble. But it's unfortunate for us because, and then another point that I had that I wanted to make comment on, the president, you have, and I think it was Cartman that was saying that before the United States moved to take action, these people don't just take action before they start to investigate. They start the process long when you are not even thinking that they're investigating you. When you see these people, sometimes I watch a video and laugh, all the pictures and stuff, right? You see the U.S. ambassador there with them playing basketball, they're laughing and playing too. There's a lot that has been picked up. These people start an investigation long before you think. So when they come out with findings, when they come out with a decision, they're not just coming out with it because, oh, okay, you know what? will sanction Fangalo and start investigating him today or tomorrow so we can find evidence for why we sanction him. No. They start the process long. They have enough evidence before they move on to the next stage of punishment. So I want people to know that. Because, it's alleged. Ain't no damn alleged. America don't allege nothing on people. They go for the facts. If America don't have the facts, they don't take actions. So the facts were there. The evidence were there. That's why the identical decision came down.
But my brother, our people just want to be deceitful. And we all know, do a survey, although we may not be in Liberia, but do a survey of what is going on in Liberia, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every talk show, every talk show that goes on, even local and international, there is public outcry of what is going on. You talk about, hold on 1 second, until we have a caller coming. Let me make sure this call is for us.
Go.
Good morning.
Yeah, but I think
this is who am I talking to, please?
Yeah, so the number's there on the screen to call. We also pin the number there in the comment section. So you want to participate on the show, the lines are open right now. You guys can place your call through.
Hold on 1 second. Okay, guys, we have a caller here. Hold on. Go ahead, caller. You live.
Okay, yeah. My name is Augustus Peopleman. I want to ask the guy in the dark blue jacket and green shirt. I want to ask him a question. He said it was not no death allegation. America, they done their investigation and they come up with facts before they charge anyone. My question to you, if that is the case, how come America, the great United States of America, with all the CIA and FBI, they based on their intelligence, they went to Iraq, killed thousands of Iraqis, destroyed the entire country. Kabul was unrecognizable, only to ask the President George Bush at that time, George Bush, did you find the weapons of mass destruction? Oops, we thought they had one. They never found one. So how can you say America has intelligence and based on the intelligence and they are fighting for any allegation? Let him answer that question. Thank you.
Thank you, my dear brother. What's your name again? Oh, you going? All right.
Gossa Papi.
I got a caller here. So go ahead.
Good morning, my panelists. Good morning to CEO Mackey. This is Alfred Konowa, and I joined the conversation from my resident here in Waterloo, Iowa.
Thank you. Welcome, Konowa, man. Because you're on my back tonight.
Go ahead, Konowa. You live.
Yeah, thank you so much. First of all, I humbly request the indulgence of this panel to include me as one of the panelists on the show.
Oh, shucks.
Thank you, my brother. We're looking to that.
Yeah, you should look into that. Because what I want to say, I might not have the luxury of time to do it because we have many colors.
I mean, you burn your own set time.
Right.
Go ahead and go to the point.
Fire, baby.
Thank you so much. I would like to agree with my brother, Fangalo. We are not learning from history. We are not learning from history. This president, when he became president, the first person that spoke against corruption was Congressman Chris Smith. When Chris Smith said, Joshua became president, the first thing he started doing is corrupting the country. They said $16 billion that got missing. Any Joshua said he challenged this government and said the money was there. This government did not bring any business to task to say no, the money was not there. Today, that investigation on that money issue, there's no head, no tail. So for me, I am not surprised about the sanction. The sanction is completely a fact. There's no one to come here and say, it's an allegation, this and that. Look, Joshua here is in the cookie jar, so he will not do nothing. He will not do nothing, and this is the place he will fall. If Joshua does not take action, his government will fall sooner than later. Thank you so much for having me on the show.
Thank you, my dear brother.
Thank you for your contribution.
So, guys, we heard from the. Yeah, Masakwa, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to go back to that quarter. And I want to commend him for his question and his opinion, right, on what he just said. We all understand. There are some territories that are very, very difficult to gather a very good intel. I'm from the military background. There is no way you want to mention Iraq and you want to mention war. You want to mention, there are some countries, like I bet you, North Korea now. American intelligence on North Korea will not be 100% accurate. Who got access to that country? Nobody. You getting my point? I'm not talking about a country like Liberia that people go to the country. The country is free. They interact with these ministers. They follow paper trail on these very people that bunch of country boys. They don't even know how to manage money. They get low money. They're confused. They lavish money. That's a whole different.
Timas, let me just say one important thing. Sorry.
No, let me learn, CEO. Let me learn, please.
Maki,
directly for me.
We're going to come to you. We're going around the table. We'll come to you. Document your comments.
So I agree with the brother that America was not 100% right on the Iraq situation. I get it. But those Arab nations, those Arab countries, they don't open up to the United States as compared to other countries like Liberia. They don't really give, those people are very tight when it comes to classify information. They hold it very tight. These are not people to break between is that easy. So some of the stuff, information on them, all this kind of stuff will be alleged. But because of maybe their action, because of things, America will have suspicion to take action. But I'm not talking about a country that basically everybody go there, people look up, watch what happened, the bank records are there, you can request this, America. Those things don't happen in Arab nations. So yes, America was wrong on that mission, but if you check it will probably be 1 out of 10.
What is there to hide?
Right.
Yeah, document. Hang tight, CEO, hang tight. Hang tight. 1 second, I'm coming. Hang tight. What is there to hide? And there is no privacy. Everything is on Facebook right now. It's not like you stated the Islamic countries that got a lot of restriction. You want to know what kind of clothes the president wore this morning?
Intelligence.
It will come. You will get it. You know what I mean? Labra got not to hide. Labra has no secret.
No, everything is out there.
I will tell you for a fact. I'm in a chain of email that comes every time when they're discussing the budget from finance ministry. I'm in a chain of email that the budget proposal is always coming to me. I don't know how according to it. It's not like this is a whole government. Why would the budget, the chain of email coming from all the offices? What the other person say? Oh, they should review this one. They should look at it. I got a stockpile of it. I didn't know how I got into that email chain. You know what I mean? So it's not a country as compared to Iraq where you try to compare. Look, gentlemen, let me know. Let's get the thing in the bud. Let's leave that discussion. We cannot discuss that issue because it has no substance. Let's progress.
Let me just buttress something 1 minute, please, Mr. Mala.
No, not 1 minute. Just say you want to say something. You probably want 1 minute, 3 hours.
Yeah, let me just say this quickly. You know, I don't want to take a lot of time. Timas, thank you for that response to our brother, Augusto Papi Flomo. He's a strong supporter of the CDC, and this guy are blind loyalists to the CDC because they will see where and say
that's not true.
Let's understand one thing about the Arab country. It is. I mean, the Arab people are the most difficult people America has ever faced in their life since America been going to war. The Arab people, because it is the Arab people that make America to discover or bring a training about what they call IEDs. You and I, we did that for IEDs. It was a device. Where, for example, they would just spend a dollar.
Okay, guys, hang tight 1 second. I'm not hijacking you, Maki, you're going to continue, but I think we got Augustus back on the line. Hold on 1 second. Go ahead, live.
All right, guys, thanks for having me because many of these talk shows, they don't, take one call or twice, so I appreciate the time accorded to me. First of all, the guy said, Liberia, there's nothing to hide. Everything's online. Anyone gets any information to give it to people. It's not like in Iraq or in the Middle East where those people are tight-lipped. So based on what he's saying, so if Ghana sanctions Liberia, it is based on the information that is out there, nothing to hide. So it is not based on America top-notch intelligence. You say it's out there. So do not credit America to any top-notch intelligence because according to you, the information is out there. America did not deep down into Liberia's politics before they could get anything. So Sierra Leone, Guinea, Ivory Coast, they could get the same information because it's out there. So don't credit America with any top-notch information. Secondly, my brother, what the guy said, this is the issue though. If these guys think that Maggio or and the other two guys, they were caught in corruption. I mean, in our constitution, everyone is given due diligence. Everyone is given fair trial. Everyone has to go to court. So if you say the information I was giving to these guys, because as you know and I know, most of the information given to this guy came from Jerome Verdier, Cindy Martin with the meetings. They have all the allegations. That's why this guy has been seen on social media.
What you give on your proof? What you give on your proof, no?
Well, I'm saying it because I listened to the press conference and the interview that Jerome Verdier and Cindy Martin had with these guys. All these allegations in there, they are from there. And even forget about my proof. Your guy just said everything is in the open. America did not have to have any intelligence. So why is he crediting America with this top-notch information seeking such that
Thank you, Augustus. Thanks for your input. Appreciate your time.
He's misquoting me.
Hold on, gentlemen. Hold on 1 second.
Let me clarify that.
Wait 1 second, Master.
Since he has helped most of us Liberians in our dark days, he can do more for the country. But I'm not a physician. I don't.
Thank you, sir. We have another call on the line. Thank you, sir.
Go ahead, Congo.
Good morning. Where you calling from? Good morning.
My man, let the caller lower and monitor. You get me listening to the show. I see not talking, my man.
Okay, Smith. Okay, hold on 1 second and announce yourself live, please. You can turn your monitor off. You're getting us some background feedback. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, it is very disappointing to hear some Liberians trying to defend the corrupt act of some of our government officials.
I know, right?
I heard the caller talk about America going to Iraq and finding no evidence. Let me make you understand one thing. America has a policy. America went to Iraq to destabilize and fight tolerance that the feed are against the peace of the United States. It did not go to seize weapons of mass destruction. Look, Liberia is a country that you can get information within a day. One day, if you want information, you get everything.
Right.
So comparing Liberia's situation to Iraq in terms of the U.S. mission is laughable.
Right.
The evidence are clear.
Yeah.
Waiting all over the world. All on the world, rather. Look at Magay. Who was Magay before ascending to power? Mm-hmm. Look at the lifestyle. Look at the wealth he has acquired in a short possible period of time. Those are evidence that are glaring. He went in public places. He spoke. He said, in fact, there's a true confession before even the report came out that we are steady. If we are steady, at least we are investing our money in the country.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no serious government official will speak like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very disappointed to hear the brother say that's not true. Mm-hmm. If you see the information are not true, then come on, challenge the information.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Mr.
Wood. It's very easy to get information.
Thank you, Mr.
And now we are on social media. I watch some of our brothers and sisters, sanction, no sanction, we will vote for you. You know, how can you subject plan for people who subject you to poverty? I mean, it's very frustrating.
Thank you, Mr. Wood. Appreciate that. Thanks for calling.
Okay, you're welcome.
Okay, gentlemen. Back to Maki. Maki, you see, you went 1 minute, but it seems to be like we're heading too far. So go ahead, your 1 minute continue.
Yeah, the CEO is the one. Go ahead, CEO.
Yeah, you know, like I always say, I know Augusta Flomo very well. I know my bro, you know. And let me just say this: what I was trying to make clear.
CEO, I think we'll interrupt you a little bit. Go ahead, our brother Ted Lion.
Oh Lord.
Fire, Teddy, fire.
You know, greetings to the dynamic family.
I don't realize that.
Greetings to the one and only Lion in the studio, Tutu.
There you go.
And I got to stay on course because people deserve due process. You know, if someone is now a criminal, you cannot call them criminal, even though someone you call them criminal. But that's your opinions. But America is not infallible. I live in America here. It's a country of justice, of course, but it's not infallible. America legalized bribery in that same place called in the name of lobbyists. Okay, we understand that the ANC party gave more than $180 million to pay to lobbyists and members in the Congress among those people.
My man, you are not misconstrued. You are not give false information on the platform. ANC gave $100+ million to enterprise.
Can you allow the caller to land?
See, you let the guy speak.
Mackay, no, Mackay, you have to protect the callers. You don't interrupt the callers like that, sir. No, Mackay, let the man land.
CEO, the panel is not giving the information. Anybody can call and say whatever they want to say. They entitled to their opinion. Let them go ahead. Go ahead,
we can talk about it later.
That man's held liable for your own information, so let he give it.
Right.
You understand?
Go ahead.
They pay for that. So, you know, America is not infallible. They legalize some of these corrupt practices, and I like how the other callers said, you know, Papi said it right. They said that. We know that Jerry Vaudiers, these guys have been putting a lot of lies together, and I want to believe my minister Mackay. Minister Mackay said he has not taken a dime from the government money. Some of this money, Mackay is spending on the poor people. Hundreds of the poor people and students. They depend on those people. This is why the great people are looking at this problem politically. They're not looking at the problem the way some of you looking at it. No, because there are people who took billions of dollars out of our country and stuck in foreign land, and they stuck there. America having all this sophistication, but they are not hinting those people now to really bring them to justice. To this government, a populist president and a populist government, once so close to election, they are suffering three major officials of this government because the oppositions are looking for a power share of this government because what you read a statement on spoon talk. They want to power share this government. They want the government to collapse in a way where opposition party and CDC will power share this government. No, this president came to power by the ballot box, and they cannot foresee their way through the ballot boxes. So they're using all this shenanigans, all this chicanery to bring this president down, this government down. That is the end. But this will not work. My Archman President George Manawea, should not speak until he addresses the United Nations, and we are warming ourselves in gear to go there, establish a report to fight for our country, to fight for this government intellectually. So good. We got to do this. But let me get to the back of your mind. You think that y'all will come all the kind of premise in a way that, why is it we supporting a criminal? The man is not criminal yet until he found guilty.
Thank you, Terry. Thank you.
The American people need to prove that whether the information is authenticated. Then we can say this man is so.
Thank you.
Okay, he's repeating now. He's repeating himself. He's good to go.
Yeah, can I conclude now?
Hello? No, 1 minute. Hello, caller. An email where you call from?
Yeah, my name is Patrick Willie, from North Carolina.
Go ahead, Patrick.
Yeah, you see that? I got it.
I said, bro, you gotta be crying.
Come again?
I mean, that strong Joey I support, so I will even listen to what you say.
Okay.
But let's also, let God bless us. So anytime America come and say, okay, the person said the person did it when the person did it. So we just get that person, also in the code. You know, America have been making mistakes in the past. The America, where they call Nelson Mandela, they call him terrorist because he was fighting for his people. America got rid of one of Africa's greatest son, Muammar Gaddafi from Libya. They got rid of Charles Taylor, they got rid of they put Charles Taylor there. They got rid of Charles Taylor, they put Ellen Johnson Sirleaf there. Thomas Sankara. America could now with his enemies and government. America not do plenty around the country. We not see the government perfect. Me and now Joey are supporter. I'm an Alex Cummings supporter, and I will say personally, I mean, publicly.
Go ahead.
Now, every time America says something, they will just agree to it. So, if America come to the school, they won't see you. Then we just, so I think we got to get in. You did in court. Let them go to court. Let them bring the evidence. That's all I can say. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my brother.
Okay, guys. We got another call on the line. The line is hot. Sir, announce yourself. Where you calling from, please?
Yes, I'm calling for NC. My name is Eugene Proud.
For those that are listening, NC is North Carolina, please.
Yeah, North Carolina.
Well, you got an era and I see you want kind
Go ahead,
of
Eugene.
Yes, just wanted to say that people shouldn't be arguing that George Weah is this and that and what have you. George Weah is a born criminal.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? He doesn't care for the country. There's a man who goes around and threatens people all over the place, stealing our money. Nathan McGay. You know, it's just a lot of people don't know George Weah, don't live with him. But this name that I'm calling, just call George Weah and ask him about Eugene. I've lived with Joe Nagbe for over 10 years in Ghana. You know what I'm saying? I used to take their food from Buruguan refugee camp to Accra. When anytime George Weah then came down for vacation, I would throw their food and carry it there. I just want to say it simple. George Weah is a man who loves what honor money people. And when anything comes to him, he doesn't even call you to ask you. I know this brother very well. You understand?
Okay.
George Weah only wanted for himself. That man doesn't care. And let him be careful. After 2023 election, the orange suit will be awaiting them. We already bought some, we send it back home to Waka or this man, how they call it? Or Tiawan Gongu.
Thank you, my dear brother.
Right. So let them know. Those are bagging George Weah. Our people are suffering, dying in our country. And then they sit in America here because they eat hamburger all the time. They eat every day, so they feel that everything is okay. The pressure that is on us in the country, every day our people are calling us, oh, they're hungry, this and that, you can't save money. And these are the same people back home tomorrow. If you don't do anything to be saying, you spend 50 years, 60 years in America, you don't even have a kitchen. We want a better Liberia. Look at Zambia today. Zambia. Look at Zambia. Let Liberia Google Zambia. What is happening in Zambia? The people of Zambia, they called the president yesterday telling him thank you for the good work. And the man said, I don't need a thank you for any of you because that's my work. I got a video on my page. Just go on my page right now. Just check there and listen to Zambia president. What the man is doing. Zambia currency is one of the second best currency in the world today. The man just in there.
So much.
We have gone there before the man. But see what is happening in Zambia. You understand? So let us think about our country. Let us not put one individual above our country's interest. Let us look at Liberia. Some of us want to go back home to save home to relax. They play for us. You know what I'm saying? So what a better Liberia. When you get to Liberia, you pass through Liberia airport. By the time you get to Ghana, you see, wow, Liberia is a big village in Africa.
Thank you, my brother.
Let us be serious about our country. Thank you, brother.
Thank you,
Thank you for the show.
Thank you, Cartman. We have USS Pro. Go ahead.
The line busy. The line busy.
Go ahead, USS Pro.
USS Pro should be mourning by now. He should be mourning. I don't know why.
Go ahead.
Yes, I agree, brother. I'm not late, man.
Yeah, man. At least it's better late than
never. Even when you later will consider you because the thing that happening to you now you say.
Just regular then you say you're not late.
For the program, look, as a supporter of George Weah for life, I want to tell my brother Teddy. I want to tell my brother Teddy that that session against Nathaniel McGill was totally necessary, and I think it was overdue.
There you go.
As much as I support George Weah, I'm not going to support every element of that party.
Right.
I don't know about Serena Seaforth's one. I think it's kind of a little bit politically motivated based on the case with Alexander Cummings, which I think Cummings need to watch out. It might backfire. I mean, I'm not sure election is still far off, judging from the crowd that's still on the street supporting the president. But look, even my citizen brother I spoke to in the past, they know that Nathaniel McGill, there was a time
brother, this guy came to the United States, and CDC group were waiting for him. Instead, he left there and went to EULA. Who puts EULA into a national budget when the money should be prioritized elsewhere? Why do you put the press union into a national budget, an independent body? It's like putting CNN and Fox News in a budget. You live here in the United States. When have you ever heard of it? This guy going around dividing money.
Yeah.
If you want the future of CDC, I am a I always say, I told you before, not a CDC, but if we want the future of this party post George Weah, after George Weah, BA his second term or this term, whatever, you need to get rid of the bad apples in your party.
Right.
There are people who I know a lot of people left CDC because of Garland McGill. Great people, good people. They are willing to return. So if you're going to defend people like that, I don't see it's just not rational, but I know that's a view, that's a democratic view.
Mm-hmm.
But I will not support that guy. That guy is a problem for the party. He needs to resign.
Right.
He needs to leave the party. Don't be afraid. When Eugene Falcon left the party, people said the party was going to explode. CDC was disintegrated. What happened? It did not. Because CDC is not an individual party.
Yeah.
One tree does not make a forest. So you should understand. So that the guy George Weah should not defy the American government.
Yeah.
Nobody go against these people and survive.
Right.
Look, it is not what you like. It is what they want.
Yeah.
So citizens do not see that as something like a witch hunt. This should be something like you use it to your advantage.
A wake up call.
That's what I said. That's what I said. The same thing I said. That's what he's saying there.
Exactly.
Thank you, caller. We got callers on the line.
Be listening. Okay.
Thank you, Rose Expo. We respect your earnest view.
Okay, sir.
Let me add Ross.
Okay, we got one on the line, gentlemen. You still there?
Come on, hang in there a little bit.
Are you still there? Hello?
I'm here.
Okay. Announce yourself and go ahead. You're live.
This is Christopher Bloodton Tobaski. My brother, nobody here will stand by corrupt individuals or acts. We are not here calling for people to get away with corruption. No. But what I'm saying here is that we want to see evidence. Evidence is wherever America has. We want to see it. We want to see the witnesses. We want to know who. We want to understand how these people were implicated. I call it speculations and maybe allegations. It doesn't mean that they are guilty or anything. Because we believe in the doctrine of due process of law. You are innocent until proven guilty in a court of competent jurisdiction.
Right.
All right. But at the same time, we're not standing for people for America to just accuse Liberia. You got to bring something. Show us something. Show us something. And I hope America will respect our courts.
The courts
but we want to see the evidence.
My brother, who president is carrying you? You said nothing.
Let me tell you, right? These guys, they lost
that brother be fast, man. Maybe
I'm just saying, look, this is my first time calling, but if you kind of like...
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm telling for all Liberians to come here to express themselves, whether you agree with me or not.
Go ahead.
No, I told you what the guy who
you're going to say, without any evidence, without evidences, empirical evidences, we should just run because America says so? I'm saying America should not play
legally
I'm saying America should be fair on every side.
Legally, you are right.
America must see it from a clear. They will not come from we got to support opposition or we got to stay. I'm saying America has to be fair. I respect America.
But our courts is our courts.
Brother, let me ask you a question. The question here to me is, if you saw somebody shooting somebody, you know something? Is it an allegation? Is it an allegation? Put that call on pause, please.
Who shooting anybody?
Is it an allegation? I'm just giving an example. McGill came out and said, "Well, if I steal your money, I'll be here. I wrong."
I don't believe in, people.
let the brother go.
I mean, come on,
Okay, no
let's
problem,
start all
brother.
the show that those guys are criminals, man.
Okay, you know what?
Where you calling from?
Thanks for calling. Thanks for calling. We got other callers on the line. Appreciate that, sir.
We got a lot of problems now.
Yeah, let's take this call, gentlemen.
Yeah,
I got
go
a
ahead.
call. Yeah.
You
Hello,
already
caller.
made.
Your name? Where you calling us from?
Increase the volume, please.
Well, you got not hearing him, man.
What was the increase the volume? We said we hearing him.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
go ahead. Caller, go ahead. Okay, make your point.
I welcome the decision by the American government against the Georgian government.
Okay.
This is overdue, and I believe that the TV videos is limited because I believe that there are more and more people that needed to be on attention base.
Okay.
But it is welcoming because this government has institutionalized corruption to the extent that people stay on the street saying that we will steal the money and we should use it on the people. I mean, it's so disgusting to see officials and federal of my game to address crowd and say, well, the person I'm stealing, but I'm using the money against, I'm using the money for you people. It's so bad.
Okay.
We just bring it for a better Liberia.
So what's your final recommendation for Liberian government? Finally.
My final recommendation to the Liberian government, especially the CDC government, is to take it as a winning strike. This is taken as a winning strike. It's something like, look, the people now know that we are stealing. So let's start this stealing and we correct ourselves and look up and work for the Liberian people.
Okay. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Brother Kola, go ahead. You're alive.
Thank you very much. I'm constrained to call back again. Thank you so much for having me on. What more evidence these people want for them to believe that the sanction against these individuals are true? When General Miller, when he spoke to power, what happened to General Miller? General Miller was beaten to death. When they charges against Managana Makeda, he organized warlord. That is not a fact. That we got to go bring evidence. What happened to the auditor? Is that not a fact? What happened to the 3 missing boys that today we still looking for the father? Is that not a fact? What more do you guys want for them to know that the allegation against them is true? What more do they need? Since the death of Jimmy Miller, the president said there was going to be an investigation regarding his death. Have we had any tangible result for that investigation? The answer is no. So the facts are there. We don't need to be hurting and pulling here.
Thank you.
The facts are there.
Thank you, my brother.
If Nathaniel Magay believes that actually the sanction against him is not true, then he challenge it. I'm trying to challenge it, and then we'll see where we go. So we are saying it and say, get due process, let him challenge it. We're waiting for Nathaniel Magay to challenge it. Before I go, let me say this. Go on the executive mansion website. Now, as I'm speaking, I'm on it right now.
Right.
The suspension against Nathaniel Magay and others is not even on the website. You think they're taking it serious?
No. No, he's not.
Go there now and look at it because I'm on the website right now, the executive mansion.
He's not.
It's not there.
Right.
It's not there. They want them to be serious. It's not serious. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, my brother. Hello, your name and where you call from?
Gentlemen, at this time, it's past spender.
The Asia right. Go ahead.
Joseph Smith. I got one of the thoughts on what caller was saying. The caller said, 3 days ago, the auditors and other people, 3 days ago, the auditors didn't know. The report is not in the sanction report that they give to Magay and the 2 other guys. So you're not going to get evidence on that. So I don't know why you're using that as evidence. It's not in the report. So before I leave, let me just ask you one question, especially the guy who in the orange shirt and the guy who in the green shirt. So if they were working somewhere, and the person who
I'm wearing orange and green shirt.
Yeah, you say I stole something. Sorry, man. I don't always your thing.
No, bro, go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
They say especially the owner of the company. They say my own thing. Oh, because we own the company, we employ you. We got stress to get them out. Everything, everything, and we talk to all the employees and your wife made it, and you store it. So you fire, you lose all your benefit. You not get anything for your people at leave. So you just leave it out. You won't ask for due process and evidence. And of course, the two of you have to answer.
Thank you, my brother.
Gentlemen, got a call come from the United Kingdom. Yo, hold on. A call from the UK.
Go ahead, Fango.
Good morning.
HR Poo crying.
Hello. Yeah, hello. We are not just name and where you calling from, and turn off your monitor, please. Yeah, turn off your monitor, please. Go ahead. When you done.
Okay, thank you, guys.
Your name and where you calling from, please.
I'm Abraham Sano calling from United Kingdom.
Go ahead.
UK.
Go ahead.
We let us be truthful to ourselves and our country. When common person stay in the community, they beat the person until the person die. When they criminal, they big criminal that stealing from our country, that making our people to live in actual poverty, that making you and I to suffer. Because every minute we still come from Africa. When they send you there, then other people continue to start to back them. This is time for them to do sinful. Now tell them again, all of they are criminal. And more pressure is coming on them. More is coming. Thank you.
Thank you, dear brother. So, gentlemen, with no further delay, I think time is fast spent. We'll start to wrap up now. I think we're going to go around the table, and you guys can give your parting statement, and from there we call it a day. With no further delay, once more, let's go to our feminists in the house.
I was in rude when all of those calls keep coming through.
Oh, Lord, my God. Man.
So you want to conclude?
Okay. Okay. Maki, I will give you the next 5 minutes. You can do whatever talk you want to do, but 5 minutes. Go ahead.
Let me set the time for him. 5 minutes.
Yes, I'm watching it.
No, 5 minutes. That's a lot of time. Okay, thank you so.
Okay.
I just don't want to forget because I let to write things down. While talking. To our brother Augusta Papi Flomo. I sometimes don't understand how you guys tend to be a blind loyalist. To the CZ government because you will see something and you don't want to say the truth to exactly what happened. I was giving some reference on those Arab nations and think why it was a mistake based on the part of America. Arab guys are very dangerous. There's no easy way you can trace an Arab man. The trace of Arab man is very difficult because the Arab man can even dress like a woman. You cannot even know that it is a woman. Remember this guy, the dress. They pull all the kind of a thing around the bodies and cover the head, cover the face and everything. It is not easy for you to even take notice of them. So they are the one that is giving America more tough time, on the security intelligence. Our men don't even keep money in a bank account. This guy keep money in the desert. This guy keep money, they bury money in safe on their houses where they live. It's not like our Liberian government, that have money in the account all around the world. They live all of those.
Gentlemen, no more call, please. No more call. No more call.
Okay,
no more calls. Just go ahead.
Okay, so let me just mute it since there's no more call. Let me just mute my phone. So you cannot compare the Arab country as compared to Liberia. For Liberia is just an open door country that anybody can just walk in because all of our ministers, look at what happened to Arabs great going and getting married in France. You are a citizen of Liberia, you leave your country, you go get married in another person's country. What sense
no,
does
anybody can get married anywhere.
How many
Liberians? 5 minutes.
How many Liberians who are going outside the Liberia? Except how many Liberians in America that left America to go get married in another country, except for Liberia where they found their partners. But cars go to France to get married, and you guys want to justify on that. You know how expensive France is. So you cannot compare, the Arab nation. It is very difficult, to intrude into those guys' privacy to understand what's happening there as compared to Liberia. Liberia is an open door policy. Natana Magay is a criminal. Selena Siva, we also want to say he's a criminal. There's nothing to justify how Selena Siva is a criminal. We understand all of the evidence that's on the table about these guys. Bill Tara Umba, there's nothing to talk about. All the illegal things that come in the country, that are passing through the port is being, confiscated by Bill Tara. So America targets on the 3 individuals is a warning to the Liberian government. I also saw a picture from you think when you take a picture with an American ambassador in Liberia, then it means you free from sanctioned President We are. If that's why you think you're wasting your own freaking time. Since you came into power, you have not reshuffled your government. Ellen Johnson Sally, even though we know she was not 100% perfect, but there were a lot of reshuffle she did. Whenever there was some speculation about corruption, she tried to do some check and balance. Do you know how many areas Mary Brown worked when she was with Ellen Johnson Sally? I've been 3 to 4 different areas.
3 minutes.
We could not see none of these things from President We are. When all the Liberian people come out, to speak on the ills in the country, the president act like a dummy that he doesn't care about what's going on. And I entered this so unscrupulous beings will come out to say that, they are against us, the people envy us, they jealous us. Trust me.
Can you watch your words when you're speaking to the president? Can you watch your languages when you're speaking to the president? Be a Liberian president or whosoever president.
Was there an insult? Unscrupulous?
So she yet took 1 minute from me. Who you
try to conclude. Try to conclude.
Yeah, you see, you got getting me all tracks. I even forgot to know what the track I was.
You got 4 minutes going already. 4 minutes going already.
So the thing here is this: Liberia is our country. Liberia is for every Liberian. Let us put our country first. Let us do away with party sentiments. Let us do away with tribal sentiments. Let us put our country first. Liberia is our last name. When we put our country first, we will move forward as a people. When those individuals have been caught in a cookies jar, let them face prosecution. Since the U.S. government came out with the sanction on the individuals, has our government come out to say, okay, this guy will go through investigation? Have you heard that? All of you are talking about due process. Where are they going for due process? In America? Or we should be hearing from our Liberian government saying that, okay, yeah, the LACC or the GSC will try to investigate this guy so that they can go through due process. I mean, are we hearing that? Is there anything being said on radio or from the president? Then we are talking about the American government is XYZ. You think America is afraid of any criminal country in the world, any criminal individuals?
Okay, CEO, wrap up, please. Wrap up. Since you're on the microphone, just wrap up.
They will face prosecution, and at the end of the day, the next president of Liberia, be it Alexander Cummings or be it Joseph Nima Bwaga, they will treat those criminals just how Ellen Johnson said he treat Judy Bryan when he was the chairman for the interim government at the time, and he invested the Liberian people money, and he faced prosecution. Where is he today? He's nowhere to be.
Thank you so much. Gentlemen, thanks for the time. We did extremely well today. Thanks to all the callers, participants. Let's go around the table before we shut this program off. Today, I will start with, I said, Tudu. We have 2 minutes each allotted to everybody on the panel right now. We're not going to go more than 2 minutes, please. I will interrupt if we see 2 minutes.
Let me wrap it up quickly.
Take control.
As we all know, before we started the show, I stated 1 or 2 things. You cannot call me a criminal until I'm proven guilty. There are McGill, Cephas, and Bill Torway. Somebody may mention that since this happened, President Weah have not said anything, and that's negative. We all know that President Weah spoke about it, and he even suspended them. If you are a student and the administration suspend you from the school, what do you think suspension means? They're investigating you. And if you are proven guilty of that act, you won't go back to the school. If you are not guilty, you're going to erode back to your school. So let us all watch and see what's the investigation going to bring out. As I said previously, I'm not going to back any act of corruption. But let us not be quick to judge. America is not 100%. It's not 100%. They might be the superpower, but they are not 100%. Not everything that comes out of their mouths is going to be true to the Liberian people. And again, I will tell the Liberian people, we are fighting the judge. We are led government today. Who are you bringing into George Weah's space? Because all I see in Liberia is what? Divided. The oppositions, they are not together. I always saying it to the opposition's faces. They are not together. Everybody is greedy. We are all seeing the George Weah led government. Everybody greedy. And you are not seeing the opposition as well. Who can you trust? I've been living my life since 47
Maybe
years
30
ago.
seconds remaining.
Yes. 47 years ago, every president that came in that country, he will have his own backstabbing by his own people. Nobody is ever good to Liberia. So let us watch out how we make these decisions, how we go about talking. And I'm not going to encourage corruption, guys, as I rightly said. If they are proven guilty, let it be penalized. Let their properties be frozen. And that's it.
Thank you, Tutu. Time is up. Okay, thanks for your parting statement. I will roll over to Gabriel, and you have 2 minutes allotted to you too, sir. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much, brother. So let me just say this. I think just a simple lifestyle audit can tell you that these people are very, they are all criminals. Nobody need to tell you. Look, let me tell you something. I lived in South Korea for a while, and one of the things that was really, really raging here in our community is this thing called cybercrime. And more people will say, but how can the people then hold it? They can just walk to your home right away. They catch you, if you're into cybercrime, they know how are they determining? How are they knowing? I mean, the people look at your lifestyle audit. We live in a very technological environment where the people have surveillance camera on everybody. So what they do is that they monitor your inflow. They look at your monthly inflow. They look at the money that is coming in and the money that is going out. If you don't commensurate, then there's something happening. You can be making $2,000 US, and you are there wearing all the Gucci share, sending 4 or 5 container back home. I mean, there's something happening somewhere. Definitely, they will investigate you. So that's what happening. Nathaniel Mangero, President Weah, Jefferson Koji, or this man Samuel Twain, those guys are just simple-minded criminal. I say simple-minded criminal because they can even do it, or it's very, very much glaring.
Gabriel,
It's
got 30
glaring.
seconds.
I'm coming. One of the unstrategic things President Weah ever did was right after election, my brother. I mean, when we are talking about 16 billion garden missing, you are building houses. Tell me, what do you expect the people to think about? I mean, your 9th Street house, you are refurnishing. I mean, you put bulletproof there, everything, and that coincided with the 16 billion that got missing. What do you expect all to think about? Nathaniel Magil building the kind of grave and also splashing money all over. So
Thank you,
tell me
brother.
now, simple lifestyle all they just reveal the people are simple criminal. We don't need to go anywhere. I mean, how long for you to know that Nathaniel Magil stealing? Do you need a forensic auditor? No. The people disclose
Okay,
themselves.
Gabriel. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your last parting statement. I appreciate that. I will roll over to Lincoln McKay. You have 2 minutes, sir. The ball is on you.
No, let T-Mac conclude, and I will join after
I
T-Mac.
got to you, sir. You can't tell me how to control my table.
No, T-Mac been waiting for a long time, so that's why I wanted to digest a little bit of some points. That's
Yeah,
what
go
I'm
ahead.
asking.
I'm fine. I'm good.
Okay,
Well,
so the thing is, the giver, you said it rightfully, Natana Magil is a criminal. What's her name? Selena Cephas is also a criminal. And then the Bill Torre guy also is a criminal. And remember, these guys are also being charged not only for the criminal activity, also, violation on human rights. I just hope every one of us will read the reports and we digested it very well. And there is a warning also beyond the report. Now, any individuals, any companies, or any country that are into businesses or business with those individuals will be doing it at their own rates. So some of you on here who are singing son of praises to these guys, go ahead and do business with them. Why do you think Natana Magil wife green card haven't seized? And then you're talking about due diligence. You're talking about investigation. You think America is a stupid country? You think America is a country where Joe Biden will just come out and say something out of the clear blue sky and the people start running with it. No, that is from the Treasury Department of the USA. So some of you who here singing son of prison, go ahead and do business with them. Your citizenship will be revoked if you think it cannot be revoked. Remember, you are not born in America. Most of you on here that are making the statements and what have you. You are not born in America. You obtain citizenship just by what? Pen and
You got
paper.
30 seconds remaining, sir.
So go ahead, go do business with them. If you think what we see on here, we just want to say it because we want to make noise. Go do business with them. When your citizenship has been revoked, we will come on the same platform and make the Liberian people to understand how your citizenship was being revoked from you. So the thing, my final point here, thank you for giving me the time, Fangalo. President Weah, you are the president of Liberia. You were elected fairly by Liberian people.
Time is up.
Overwhelmingly. So we want you to do the right thing, and that's why America is just putting you on a checklist that you have to do your best. Those guys being on sanction, it does not mean that you are not doing your job, but
Thank you.
it just
Mark
to
it.
make you understand that the force that are going on, they are trying to put you on check. So do your best and deliver the best for Liberian people. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for that deliberation. Mr. Abraham Masikwe, you have the floor for 2 minutes. Go right ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. You know, I want to thank start off by thanking our viewers and our callers for their input, their contribution, and their ideas, and however way they felt and how their perspective were on the issue of this sanction. But one thing I love the Diaspora Talk, we respect the views of everyone, no matter your background, religion, or wherever you come from. Okay, going back to the issue. I see a lot of people here talking about these people got to go for investigation. They got to prove this. They got to prove that. I stand to be corrected. When the Chancellor regime was in power, when the government was sanctioned, when officials in that government was sanctioned, I want somebody to tell me where was any court case between Chancellor and the U.S. government, Bernard Uribe and the U.S. government, and all these officials that were sanctioned.
They're full.
Right. So I'm surprised to hear people who claim to be educated sitting here and saying, "Oh, they got to go prove, they got to go to court, they got to be proven guilty," all that nonsense. That's strange to me because, like I said, when the U.S. I'm getting the feedback. When the U.S. is putting an allegation on individuals, they have a strong evidence on what those people are doing. The brother they're talking about Iraq, that's a whole different scenario, which you can't compare with Liberia. So on this note, I'm also disappointed in the president, President George Weah. You should wake up. This is a wake-up call for you. I think the president should be more
You got 30
serious.
seconds remaining, sir.
The president should be more serious now in terms of how he appoints people and what people are doing in his administration. As a leader, there is something you have to do called check and balance. You have to keep checking on this guy and making sure what they are doing. Because if you don't know better and you're appointing people who feel like, okay, he don't know better, so we'll use this as a tool to just exploit the country and do stuff. And you sitting there, at the end of the day, it's going to fall on your feet. So Liberia is all we have. Our people are suffering. We in the diaspora, we get the punch. When the people suffer over there, we receive the calls. We're doing a lot of stuff. I saw another viewer saying, "Oh, what you're doing for your country." We're not going to sit there and tell you our personal things we do or things we do, even for people back there. This is not the forum for that. But one thing you guys should understand: when the people suffer back there, we also suffer here. On this
Your
note,
time is up, sir.
I want to thank you, Mr. Moderator, and thank the panelists here and our viewers and callers for the show. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thanks, like you said, thanks to all you guys who participated in today's program. One thing I would like for all of us to take.
Carmen, before you close out, let's just tell Ross Pro that, I mean, the space is open so wide for him because one of his huge competitor will be in the upcoming, senatorial election has been sanctioned. Pietro has been sanctioned. So right now, I mean, the whole way open now for Ross Pro, brother.
Okay.
So that's it there.
Thank you. So, folks, with no further delay with regards to Liberia and our views. One thing I want us to take from this thing is that Liberia is our common denominator. You go, I don't care what kind of citizenship you have, I don't care where you come from, where you are. At the end of the day, your blood runs Liberia. So if you act, if we act as if to say we are not seeing the wrongs and expecting somebody to come and tell you the wrong that is happening in your home, so be it. But we should remember, history will judge every one of us, whether you're just a participant or whether you're just another immigrant in America or whether you're a citizen in Asia, wherever you are. Remember, history will judge every one of us based on our decision, and we have our family, our kids, and our unborn kids to suffer those decisions or to enjoy those decisions that we're going to make today. With this being said, you guys have a blessed Sunday and a beautiful week. Peace out.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, man.
There you have it. We have a wonderful time here tonight, gentlemen. Thanks you all for being on here. To our audience, also thank you for being on here. We appreciate you guys. And this is how we draw the curtains, to the end of our broadcast tonight. On this note, our sister gonna take her home with level her changed.
Give a glory with blessing because you are faithful, Jesus. I want you to understand that life can change for any man. There is no problem without a sin.
Yeah, life can change for anyone. Yeah, the little piece of she's on this track. She called it level her change. This is how we draw the curtains to the end of our broadcast tonight. The Diaspora Talk.
Jesus,
yeah, Jesus, my level had changed. Little piece of little from the ghetto, in the church house. Thank you there so much. The Diaspora Talk. That's how we do it on here, discussing issues affecting Liberia.
Jesus, Jehovah Jireh, Jesus, only you.